Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Let me put on the camera for a sec. Hold on, I gotta do some minor stuff here. There we go. All right, let's get rid of this. So yeah, in case you're wondering, my mom got me a birthday gift, a belated birthday gift. She got me those AirPods. I talked about it on my Twitch stream. It's pretty cool. I tried using the AirPods with my setup on OBS, and it gave me some like scary outcomes because at one point OBS stopped capturing audio, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can't have that." Uh, then the AirPods were not working correctly on the computer. It was this big headache. I got it to work again, but I was like, I'm not gonna fucking mess with it anymore. So unfortunately, we won't get cool little wireless. Your mom got your AirPods with a Chad. What a Chad she is. Yeah, my mom's pretty cool. My mom's a cool mom. I have a cool mom, dude. All right. Now I did a poll. Now we get to the real stuff. Okay, I did a poll 2 days ago asking, should I cram more characters on this canvas or start a new season? And I got a resounding start a new season. So we're gonna start a new season. We're gonna let's take this out of here. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. That can be fixed. So I'm gonna rip this off. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, guys. I don't wanna ruin the canvas. The old canvas, I should say. Oh, came off smoothly. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright. Oh. Okay. I'm a little confused. This kind of confused me a little bit. I'm pretty confused right now. There you go. Okay. Okay, good. Good. This is what I want. Perfect. Now we get a little stand because I am going to do art during this as well. Are we going to watch the comedy gold of the Suicide Kings? No. Kevin did that. We're going to watch a cool little video. Alright, we're gonna put that there. So there you go. Remember, $2. You could get a character on the canvas. It is totally possible and doable, but we gotta get the money first. All right. Let's get rid of the cover. Okay, it's pretty bare. It's bare in here. Oh, I need to plug in my iPad. That would help a lot. Oh, what? What is this? What source is this? Art. Why? Oh my God! This is what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Uh. Oh, that's why it's weird. Oh my God! I restream one day and it throws me off the next. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well let's get to the video I want to watch first. Let's see. It is from the Historian. DSP Historian is the channel we're gonna be on. Internet drama nonsense is over. Not that one. Here it is. Now look. Oh my god, you don't see it. What's blocking? Oh, I know what's blocking it. Look at this. This you still can't see. Oh my god. No. There we go. Look at this. Look at the thumbnail. Wait, there was noise? There was a noise? What the fuck? Was it what kind of noise was it? I hope it was just a like was it metal like oh, it was that. Okay, I thought it was like a sharp like digital noise you were listening. Okay, but anyways, look how happy he looks, and he's talking about Nintendo's dire straits, like Nintendo is doomed, and he's like happy. He's happy in this. Oh my god, drama. He's happy. PlayStation 4 giveaway. He's like sad, happy about how people are jealous of John Rambo. Telling him the truth about Machinima. He's happy. Videos being claimed. He's happy. Thanksgiving special. Okay, for once he's actually happy. The King's speech. What? But we're gonna watch the Nintendo video.
So let's
Okay, let's see how. Let's set this up. Ah, that's fine. And I'll put myself over here. We could put Eliza back up. Oh, where's my iPad? There it is. Oh, what? Oh, that could be fixed. Put that there. There we go. Ta-da. Move that up a little bit. There we go. Wait, we got up the volume too. We got to do that as well. There we go. You all remember how Nintendo went under? Yeah, Nintendo. Now this is also like a little bit beyond DSP stuff as well. Because so many people during the Wii U time was like saying, "Oh my God, Nintendo's over, Nintendo's doomed, Nintendo's doomed," and look at them now.
you with this special video regarding Nintendo. And no, obviously this picture I'm showing you is a parody, or maybe it's a foreshadowing of things to come. Who knows? But let's get started. Let's talk turkey. All right. So
Let's
no, I
talk
wasn't going to
turkey,
make you
dude.
stare at that the whole time. So first of all, one thing I want to preface this with: this is so unplanned. I had no idea I was going to be doing this today.
Now I like how he's doing this video. Now he told us on multiple pre-streams how he would never be a talking head, not talk about current events or anything like that. But here in March 10th, not March 10th, 2020, whoops, January 17th, 2014, DSP, DSP fucking made a video specifically talking about Nintendo stuff. By the way, this channel, DSP Historian, is a channel created by the Mighty D. So big ups to you, Mighty D. I don't know if you're watching my stream, but big ups to you.
And therefore, it's not like I've done massive adjustments. The camera may be off a little bit, but I wanted to do this because such huge news coming out of a topic that we've been following ever since the release of the Wii U and all the controversy surrounding Nintendo in the past year and a half. And it's finally come to a head. and it's time to talk turkey. It's time to spread the news about what's going on, and then I'm going to give you some of my personal opinions on what's going on. And then if I have time, I might even take some calls and see what you, the viewers, want to say about this subject. All right.
Oh
But the one thing I
boy.
want to say is I don't want to make this video and have it overshadow my podcast Hate Live that I put out last night. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to check it out. I now have the ability to take live callers on the show, which I did. People are telling me that my podcast from last night was my best ever. We had really pertinent topics about video game embargoes and upcoming YouTube changes and the end of net neutrality in the United States.
The end of net
We had callers
neutrality.
calling in and giving their opinions on the
Whoa.
subject. So if you have not seen Hate Live yet,
Whoa.
check it out. I don't want people to say, "Oh, Phil put out a new video, watch this," and then not watch that, because it's very important as well. Okay.
Very
All right.
important. I agree.
Ever since the release of the Wii U, there's been massive controversy surrounding Nintendo. Okay, and there have been people on both sides of the fence who've had valid points. So let me review what the whole controversy has really been. When the Wii U was released and people finally got their hands on it, they were like, is this really a next-gen console? That was the question that I think everyone really posed. Nintendo was saying, oh, this is our next-gen offering, and we're going to bring you into the next gen of gaming. And when you got your hands on it, it was more like, well, this really kind of feels like a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360 with a limited kind of social aspect, especially when it came to what Xbox Live and PSN were offering people for social interactions on their online services versus what Nintendo was offering. And, yes, it had HD graphics, but were the graphics any better than the current consoles? And the answer, quite honestly, is no.
No.
And there
Oh
was also a
no.
question of, third-party companies, are they going to support this console, which has this ginormous gamepad that for a third-party game to have to specially design their game to work with this pad would be a hassle. Are third-party companies going to develop for this console?
Console.
And so we all kind of
Ugh.
sat back and watched during the release of the Wii U back in 2012. Watched basically as the console did sell and initially had some system sellers like Super Mario Brothers U. But then over the course of 2013, unfortunately, what we saw was that the release of games for the Wii U trickled and trickled and trickled to a slow drop, like a leaky faucet. Like, it would be months between new releases for the Wii U. And most people who bought the console were basically sat there saying, what am I supposed to do with this thing when there's so few games coming out for it? And what we actually saw over the course of 2013, we actually saw mainstream game developers and publishers, and I'm not making this up,
Not making this up.
companies like EA and
Now again, I love that he made this video and he's just like, let me talk about Nintendo's feelings.
Activision basically came out and
Oh my
said,
God.
the Wii U is not a next-gen console. The Wii U is a current-gen console that Nintendo is trying to say is next-gen because they are trying to pretend like they're not catching up with everyone else. It doesn't have any new features. It's hard to develop for, and therefore we're not going to port our games to it anymore. We see no benefit in porting our video games to the Wii U because the thing, number one, has no extra features, no better graphics or anything like that. Number two, the online system of it is horrible. It's not even as good as what's out there on Xbox and PlayStation. And number three, no one really bought the Wii U. So for us to make such a massive investment of money and time to port our games to the Wii U is a waste of time, and we're not doing it. And over the course of 2013, we just saw this bandwagon approach by third-party game developers who basically said, we're just not developing for Wii U anymore. And there are still some that are, like Ubisoft and a few others.
Ubisoft.
But for the most part, third-party companies have not embraced the Wii U at all.
Now, the thing that's funny about this, and I've said this multiple times, Nintendo, like, when you buy a Nintendo console, you're not really buying it for the third-party support. Like, you're not doing it for that. You're doing it for the first party, mostly.
All. And because of this,
Or whatever.
we even saw companies like Ubisoft lose faith in the Wii U. And a game that, Rayman Legends, that was supposed to be a console exclusive, ended up becoming a multi-platform game after being delayed 9 months because the management was so just not confident in the Wii U that it could make some kind of a sales numbers win for them, that they wanted to port their game to everything after originally saying it was going to be a Wii U exclusive. So all signs in 2013 pointed to some kind of a crash, some kind of a negative.
A crash.
Just something had to give. in regards to Nintendo and what was going on. Now, Nintendo, I would say to our dismay almost, especially. I mean, let me preface this by saying this. Look at me. Look at my hat.
But
I'm a Nintendo fan.
no, no. Before I shine on Nintendo, let me tell you, I'm a Nintendo fan. Look at my hat. Look at it.
I would say to our dismay almost, especially. I mean, let me preface this by saying this. Look at me. Look at my hat.
Now, when I was watching this last night, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I didn't even know what this was. I thought it was something. I thought this was something completely. I thought this was just a fucking splat or something. I didn't. I don't know what this. I didn't know what this was.
I'm a Nintendo fan. I grew
Wait a second.
to
Hold up.
I would say to our dismay almost, especially. I mean, let me preface this by saying this. Look at me. Look at my hat.
Come on.
What was going on?
Well, I want to
Now,
see this a
Nintendo,
better.
I would say to our dismay almost, especially. I mean, let me preface this by saying this. Look at me. Look at my hat. I'm a Nintendo
Whatever.
fan.
Fuck it.
I grew up with Nintendo. The Super NES is probably my favorite console of all time. And this past summer, I did a Summer of Retro, where I played multiple Super NES games from my childhood that I grew up with and I love. I'm not a Nintendo hater, and I'm not a Nintendo naysayer, but I'm a Nintendo critic. Meaning, if I
Now look at this. I'm not a hater. I'm a critic. He really wants to give himself a fancy title. Like he thinks he's such a big brain guy for criticizing Nintendo because oh boy, no one has ever criticized Nintendo. It's built. Yeah, he had to explain it to me. Now, guys, let me tell you this. Before I say anything about Mega 64, look at my hat. Look at my hat. Look at my sweater, my hoodie. Uh, I like Mega 64, but I am not a fanboy. So I'm not a hater. I'm not a naysayer. I'm a Mega 64 critic. I think that they should really put out more updates on version 4. Okay, they're working on it, and we want more information on version 4, okay? They need to tell us more and more instead of having us trust them that they're working on it, okay?
see bullshit, I'm going to call it bullshit. That's the kind of person I've always been. And this past year, it's almost like Nintendo is like, hear no evil, see no evil. They didn't want to hear, see, or understand anything that was going around them, and they basically were denied everything. Oh, don't worry, the Wii U will still sell well. We've got good games coming out eventually. And a lot of people said, where are they? I mean, let's
Where are
face it,
they? Where are the
the
games
thing
at?
that really definitively sells Nintendo games, I'm sorry, sells Nintendo consoles are its first party games. And they just haven't been around. And even the ones that came out in the year of 2013, ended up having record low sales for what they were. Super Mario 3D World, from what people are saying from sales numbers, may be one of the lowest selling Mario games in quite some time. And that's a shame because it's actually one of the best. One of the highest reviewed Mario games of the past decade, sold the least because it was on the
Look at
Wii U
your
and it was a Wii
games,
U
Nintendo.
exclusive. So Nintendo kind of just sticking there. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. We know better.
Wait,
Highest reviewed from sales numbers, May 2013, ended up having record low sales for
whoa.
what they were.
Whoa,
Super
low
Mario
sales,
3D World,
dude?
from what people are saying from sales numbers, may be one of the lowest selling Mario games in quite some time. And that's a shame because it's actually one of the best, one of the highest reviewed Mario games of the
No, I always think it's kind of lame. Like, people already know the Wii U is sold miserably, and then when Super Mario 3D World also sold miserably, they're like, "What? Super Mario 3D World that's on the Wii U sold horribly? How is that possible?" Because the Wii U sold terribly, so it stands to reason Wii U games would also sell bad. Whatever.
past decade sold the least because it was on the Wii U and it's a Wii U exclusive. So Nintendo kind of just sticking there. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. We know better than you, and we're gonna make it out of this. Finally today, the shit hit the fan, the proverbial fan. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna review a couple news articles that came out again, not from gaming news, but business news. Because Nintendo last night had this call.
Now, this is what gamers care about. Business. Well, this isn't gaming news, it's business news. Now DSP has this like fucking hard on for sounding like a fucking businessman to his fucking viewers. It's like he gets off to it. Like, yeah, let me tell you about business numbers. It's like he wishes he was in a conference meeting, but he can't because he's a Let's Player. So he has to use this terminology and find any excuse he can to sound like a businessman. Never got a fifth Smash Brothers. Feels really, man. I agree. Yeah, dude. Nintendo's gone. Man, F and Chef for Nintendo. They're dead, man. Now, no, it's just great watching this now, and it's like, man, this age just the best. I love all these Nintendo doomers, Nintendoomers. What are they doing now? All this has aged horribly on them. Wah wah.
Conference call where, again, keep in mind Nintendo's like a day ahead of everyone. So right in the middle of the morning for
Yeah. Oh my god, I was just thinking about that, Lynn. Oh man, you hit it right on the head with that. Yeah, this is no. He shits on fucking Rich for doing drama news and all this other stuff. But in 2014, he was doing vids like this. He did vids talking about Nintendo's failures. And he's dissing Rich for doing similar content. Well, no. DSP might say, well, that's different. I'm talking about like a game company that's like a big company. I'm a little YouTuber, and Rich, he's like making fun of the little guy. He's going after individual streamers. That's not okay, man. It's drama. But like when you talk about your streams like it's a business, it's this, it's that, you kind of put yourself in the same kind of category as businesses. Like oh my god. Oh, god damn
people
it,
in
Lynn.
America, Nintendo has this conference call with Iwata, who is the CEO of the company, basically admitted some ridiculously startling facts regarding Nintendo's performance this past year. And when you hear this, I mean, like, if you're a Nintendo fan, you may shit yourself because this is not like this is
Why
not
would Nintendo fans care about fucking business calls? And now I'm like, dude, the one thing I was thinking about when he was doing this video is that it sounded so much like this is like a discussion you hear like the news when they talk about like a depression. Like, oh my god, guys, the stock market's really down, and when you see the numbers of the stock market, it's scary, man. It's a scary time and all this, especially now with the coronavirus going around. Like the news is really going into like the whole like this is gonna fuck up people's lives. It kind of did. It kind of is fucking people's lives up. You know, kids aren't going to school. That they're, people are not sure. Are they gonna have to repeat the whole year? Are they gonna repeat the semester? What's going on? Like college students are just doing online courses, but when you do like elementary school kids, like that age range, like what are they gonna do? Like, you get like the dialogue like that because it has real world implications. Well, with this, it's like it's a Nintendo company problem. Like, oh, the Nintendo stuff is going down, whatever, but it has no impact on anyone. It might impact if you're a Nintendo fan, sure, but like it's still like Nintendo was still a big company at the time.
not drama. This is not internet, bullshit. This is hard numbers. And when you see something like this, you realize, oh shit, something's got to give. All right. So just to give you perspective on what I'm talking about, the first article we're going to go to is from Yahoo Finance. Okay? And I want to actually thank viewer and fan Jared For Wally who sent me this on Twitter last night in the middle of the night. So it was crazy that I actually got to see it before I went to sleep. And I read it, and my jaw was like, So
Oh my
let me just
god.
read you this is a finance website. The title of the article reads: Nintendo heads for third consecutive annual.
Yeah, fucking Yahoo News. Now, I've not dissed. Well, whatever. I've dunked on DSP uh, over these like websites he goes to because he gets his gaming news from Forbes and Yahoo Finance and shit. Forbes, Forbes is a publication that is like business and like pretty much like if you're doing like real world jobs, pretty much is Forbes, and he's going to Forbes for his gaming news. How many gamers goes to Forbes to know the new releases? Oh man, Forbes is saying that this game is gonna be big, it's gonna be massive, and you know what? I'm thinking about this more and more. Forbes is pretty much a boomer publication, so like when you have like Fortnite like, oh my god, it all adds up with DSP saying like everyone's talking about Fortnite. It's because the boomers are like surprised about Fortnite's popularity because they're boomers. They don't know shit about video games. You go to any other publication that's gamer oriented, they don't really focus on Fortnite that much. I mean, they talk about it, sure, but like it's kind of like whatever. But Forbes probably thinks Fortnite's a big deal because there's a lot of income to be made in it, so they talk about it a lot probably, or to at least to a good point of it because Forbes focuses on where the money's at. Forbes is for financials, not for gaming. If you want to know the overall health of a business, sure, but they won't really know a lot about releases. Yeah, like they're gonna talk. I mean, Forbes would probably talk about like the trends in gaming financially, like the financial trends with gaming. Like, this game has this financial structure that's like been really profitable, and a lot of kids talk about whatever. They might go into that kind of side of it.
Loss as the Wii U flops. All right. So during this conference call that Nintendo held, they basically admitted that their sales forecast, all right, for this year, their fiscal year, actually is going to end on March 31st. I know it's weird. The fiscal year isn't like why do they not end it in December like the real year? It's very odd what these companies do. So basically, Nintendo's year ends on March 31st. That's when they close their books. They say that's the end of their fiscal year.
A Forbes and Yahoo sponsorship, dude. Very professional.
I
agree. I'm being negative.
Going to sell. Get this, 9 million Wii U's. They're now forecasting they will only sell 2.8 million Wii U's. Whoa. Now let me give you some perspective.
Whoa.
Less than a third of what they thought they were going to sell is what they sold. Now, whoa. To make matters worse, the Nintendo 3DS, for the fiscal year of this past year, they predicted they were going to sell 18 million units. They only sold 13.5 million. Not as bad as the Wii U, but that's still bad. That's their go-to system. That's the system that people say, okay, we get it. It's very popular, great handheld games. That's basically the number one handheld in the world, and even that didn't reach their sales expectations, okay? So, basically, when you have a company that's not reaching even 1/3 of what they thought they were going to do, that's when you know your company's in dire straits. And I know personally,
a
company
what?
That's not reaching even 1/3 of what they thought they were going to do.
Whoa. This sounds exactly like how DSP describes all of his financial problems recently, right? I was expecting to be. Oh my god. Dude, 2017 or 2018, I was expecting like to go on an upward trend. Like my streams were growing, they were going big, man. And then like all this stuff happened that hit my business, man. I lost so much revenue that like I couldn't make the payments anymore. He told us all this stuff for years. And he's telling us here that Nintendo did not like succeed in what they predicted, and you know that you're a failing company. So then, does that mean DSP should have realized that he's failing? Now it always floors me when he talks about Nintendo and Google. He literally is projecting his own flaws because this is exactly what DSP does. He ignores that he has been making that he's struggling into making being successful, but he doesn't want to hear it. He thinks he's successful. He knows what he's doing. He's like it's phenomenal how he projects himself on top of Nintendo. It is insane. Oh, I'm gonna get this face. Oh, wrong. You didn't do airplane motions with your hands unless your argument against Bill is invalid. Shit.
That's when you know your company's in dire straits. And I know personally, being in the business world and seeing companies that have fallen apart and laid people off, I was subject to such layoffs and cuts back in 2010 from my full time job. This is bad. All right? This is like company closing numbers. Now,
Whoa.
admittedly, Nintendo made a shit ton of money during the Wii days. When the Wii
The
came out and
weed
it became a
days?
fad, and people who didn't normally play video games all ran out and bought a Wii, and it became this huge thing, they made a ton of money. And Nintendo's been making a ton of money on the Wii, but that ended about 3 years ago. They had this big announcement saying the Wii isn't selling anymore, and that's really when Nintendo made the push to release a new console in the Wii U. Okay? So, at this point, to be bleeding money the way they are, that is, they're going to have to do something about it. It's one thing to say, "Oh, I don't want to hear what you're saying. We know better than you, and our console's eventually going to sell." And then to get a result like that, that is scary in a
Scary,
business
dude.
perspective. Okay.
Scary.
Now, let me read you some
Like DSP's business. It's scary when you hear that he has to file for bankruptcy.
statements.
Scary,
Nintendo's
man.
president, Satoru Iwata, who last year pledged to return the hobbled game maker to profit this business year, apologized to shareholders at a briefing in Osaka and said his failure to fulfill his promise did not mean that he has to resign. So he basically admits that he failed in his job to turn this whole thing around and make profit this year. 3 years now. 3 years Nintendo has lost money. So they're operating in a loss. They're not making money at all. They're losing money on a yearly basis. But Iwata says he's not going to resign. Okay? His exact quote is that there will be no major management shakeup in the short term. However, there may be management shakeups in the long term. Okay? Now, if I remember correct, I don't have the number here. I believe what they were saying. Here it is. I found it. So Nintendo this business year now expects an operating loss of 35 billion yen or $335.76 million versus a predicted 100 billion yen profit. They thought they were going to make massive profit. They
Whoa.
lost over $300 million in this year. Whoa.
Whoa.
And for a year, when this was the year when they released the Wii U and they were really counting on the Wii U to turn things around, that's awful. Because a company like Nintendo, do they have something to fall back on? Did they have a plan
Does DSP have anything to fall back on? Does he? I don't know.
B if the Wii U failed? I don't know. And that's going to remain in the hands of Nintendo management to figure out. But that is awful. And for Nintendo to think that they're going to survive, okay? Now, I just want to let you
Yeah,
know.
those fucking idiots. Nintendo thought they were gonna survive the Wii U days. Oh my god, fucking idiots. Nintendo was doomed, man. Oh.
Guys know, I'm not making this shit up. I'm reading it straight from an article. And for the past year, the Nintendo fanboys, and I'm going to say this, I don't believe that anyone should be a fanboy of anything. I think that even if you're a fan, you should be a critic. And when you see bullshit, you should call it that. That's how I am. So I saw this nonsense going on with Nintendo this past year, and I took a lot of flack from Nintendo fanboys. Phil, you don't know what you're talking about. The GameCube had a slow start, and Nintendo's done this before, and they can rely on the 3DS to be their moneymaker, and this and that. Guess what? Wrong.
My favorite quote. My favorite quote. That like, oh, I might have actually watched this video before because I remember like I was talking about this, like how this was like my favorite thing that Tevin has on his soundboard. I loved it. I love it so much. Guess what? Wrong. I love it. I kind of want. Oh man, somewhere I have to download this clip, I guess, because I really want that guess what wrong as a notification. Guess what? Wrong.
Slow start. Rely on the this and that. Guess what? Wrong.
Oh my god, that build up.
What?
That build up.
Nah. Guess what?
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
There's even like reverberations from it because that's how strong it was. That's how strong people were wrong about. He had to even like he bounced off from it. Oh man. You know what, if DSP was in the role of Jojo and he was fighting Dio, that would be the killing blow. Dio would be like, "I'm gonna win, Phil. I'm gonna destroy the world, or whatever." And then DSP is gonna do the final blow. As he's doing the final blow, guess what? Wrong. Oh, dead. Done. There you go. Then the credits roll and DSP wins the day, dude.
Anyone who said that, this blatantly 100% proves you wrong. Nintendo is not making money. Nintendo supposedly now has no strategy to turn things around. Okay? And the CEO of Nintendo himself has admitted he has failed in his job to make this company profitable. This is disaster from a business perspective. Okay? And it hurts me. It pains me. Look, being a fan of Nintendo, I'm wearing a freaking
Pains
Bullet
me.
Bill beanie.
Pains me.
It pains me because
That's why he made an special video. That's why he was smiling the whole time.
growing up, Nintendo was the #1 company. Video games weren't called video games. They were called Nintendo games. The name Nintendo was synonymous with digital entertainment, and now it seems like it's gonna change. It's gonna go away. Nintendo failed in their mission to be a game console manufacturer, at least for the past 3 years. And even though people say, "Oh, don't worry, Nintendo made so much money with the Wii, they can take a loss." You can't take a loss forever. All right? And I would
You can't take a loss forever. Well, DSP's taking a loss forever. I mean, Trump announced that he's asking companies to suspend foreclosures until the like April or whatever because of the coronavirus. So I mean, he could still take the else and still survive. Now, like, no, DSP's like, you can't take the loss forever, man. But if you tell it to Phil, hey Phil, I think at some point you gotta admit that your company's failing. No, man, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Okay, I'm still here, so that means I'm doing something right. Nintendo could be saying the same thing. Well, we're still here. We're doing something right, man.
would almost go as far to say that this kind of a deal, this humongous loss for the 3rd year in a row, this is going to shake things up at Nintendo. And you're going to see changes. And I don't know what the changes are going to be, but you're going to see change based directly off of this news, okay? Now, that was just the first article. That was just the first article that I wanted to read you, okay? Now, There's a new article that came out earlier today. This one is from Time Magazine.
Time Magazine, another
With
gamer
getting public statements
publication,
from
dude.
Iwata again. So, let me read this one. The company's president, Satoru Iwata, told reporters Friday there would be a major management shakeup at the company, but that he would not resign. Okay, but he's thinking there's going to be a new business structure that's going to be announced. And here's his actual statement. Given the expansion of smart devices, we're naturally studying how smart devices can be used to grow the game player business. It's not as simple as enabling Mario to just move on a smartphone, but we failed to reach our target market for hardware sales during the year end when revenues are highest. Okay? So let's analyze Iwata's statement. And this is where I have issue with Nintendo in a big way. Okay? Nintendo basically is saying in this statement, oh, well, we failed to meet sales expectations on hardware, but it's because of these smartphones. It's because everyone's on their Apple phone.
No.
This is where I have issue with Nintendo
Listen to
in a
the
big
quote.
way. Okay? Nintendo basically is saying in this statement,
Oh,
this is where hardware sales during the year
hold on.
used to grow the game. And here's his actual statement.
The actual
Given
statement.
the expansion of smart devices, we're naturally studying how smart devices can be used to grow the game player business.
Now look at this. He's saying that they want to look into mobile phones because that they want to expand the business into the mobile region. Like he wants to go into the mobile side of things, right?
It's not as simple as enabling Mario to just move on a smartphone, but we failed to reach our target market for hardware sales during the year end when revenues are highest. Okay? So let's analyze Iwata's statement. And this is where I have issue with Nintendo in a big way. Okay? Nintendo basically is saying in this statement, oh, well, we failed to meet sales expectations on hardware, but it's because of these smartphones. It's because everyone's on their Apple phone tapping the screen like this.
Phones! Oh, but there's a difference actually, guys. Look, he's tapping the front of the phone. Now he's afraid to show us the front. He can only show us the back. Back then, he was brave. He was brave, showing us the front of his phone. Now, he's nervous. He's nervous of showing the front, guys. He's wondering why. Because he's afraid people are going to see that he has an iPhone, guys. Even though his phone is like the 6S. The 6S is an old-ass fucking phone at this point. No one cares. Like, honestly, he could even buy the iPhone 11 and no one would care. The only reason why people would probably care if he has an iPhone 11 would be because he cries about being poor. That's the only thing people would bring up. It's not that, oh man, Phil, I can't believe you have an iPhone. It's that you cry how you can't afford anything, and then you come on stream with a fucking phone. I don't know. Like, it depends on how you behave, kinda, you know? Like, get at. The 6S is a pretty good phone. I had one as well for a while. It was solid. I liked it. I kind of regretted the color I chose. I chose white because I wanted to be different. But I hated that, and then I upgraded my phone, and I like the phone I have now. It's pretty cool, huh? The only thing is I do want to get the newer iPhone for the camera. Because I do use the camera of my phone a lot, but I got my dad's camera that's pretty good. So I gotta use that more though, so it's all good. You know what I mean? It still works, so I'm not complaining. Yeah. Honestly, the Apple products now have a good last pretty well. Like I'm still using the first gen iPad, which works. I just realized the Switch I'm getting that grew. Oh, I just realized the Switch I'm getting that grew. I just realized the Switch. I'm getting that groove back, getting that vibe back. I had the most of the Wii era. I'm ready for fun stuff, man. Hope you are too. That was Reggie. Reggie did that.
We really don't have a lot of apps out there for you to buy our games on the smartphone, so that's really where we lost our money. All right. Dear Mr. Iwata, from a lifetime Nintendo fan, all right, I'm going to ask you something sincerely. Please take your head out of your own asshole for 5 minutes and listen to your customer base, all right? The Wii was a this, and we really don't have a lot of apps out there for you to build expectations on, okay? Nintendo. So let's analyze Iwata's statement. And this is where I have issue with Nintendo in a big way. Okay? Nintendo basically is saying in this statement, "Oh, well, we failed to meet sales expectations on hardware, but it's because of these smartphones."
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh my god, I lost track of what I was saying. But look how like dumb this is. Iwata said that he wants to expand the company into making mobile games. That's pretty much what he said. That he wants to look into making mobile games. But DSP reads that and says he's blaming mobile games for the failures. That's not right. That's incorrect. That's not what he said at all. DSP has such weird reading comprehension. It blows my mind. Like, it really makes me wonder if he has a learning disability. Like, and I kind of don't want to be that guy to be like, oh man, he's fucking retarded. But it's ridiculous how he reads that statement and he doesn't and he understands it the wrong way completely. Like he doesn't read what he said at all. He reads what he says but doesn't comprehend it.
It's because everyone's on their Apple phone tapping the screen like this, and we really don't have a lot of apps out there for you to buy our games on the smartphone. So that's really where we lost our money. All right. Dear Mr. Iwata, from a lifetime Nintendo fan, all right, I'm going to ask you something sincerely. Please take your head out of your own asshole for 5 minutes and listen to your customer base, all right? The Wii was a fluke. You made a game console that was for casual gamers. It wasn't for your hardcore market of people who've been supporting your company since you hit the console market in the 1980s. The Wii was a success because you took a gimmick of waving your arms around like an idiot, and it appealed to the masses who don't really play video games. It became a fad, and everyone ran out and bought a Wii because of that. All right? Your gimmick was a fluke, but it worked. But not every gimmick is going to be a fluke success. The Wii U is not an next-gen console, despite what you want to tell yourself and you want to tell your investors and you want to tell your fanboys. The Wii U is a last-gen console which you released to catch up to everyone else, and now that the Xbox One and PS4 are out, they've shown you up in a huge way. You're screwed. So what
You're
you need to
screwed,
really do is
Nintendo.
do some soul
Wow.
searching.
Wow, and he tells Iwata to get do some soul searching. Dude, imagine the salt DSP would have if someone said this to him. Phil, your business is doing badly, and you need to wake up, get your head out of your ass, and you should do some soul searching and see what's going on.
And instead of looking for scapegoats, which is literally what you've done, you need to find what you're going to do to save your company. Stop blaming everyone else. Stop blaming, now you're going to start blaming mobile games, saying mobile games took up the market share. No, you have a
No.
fan base, a hardcore gaming fan base that have been there since day one. You abandoned them with the
You
Nintendo
abandoned
Wii.
them.
You said, we don't care
Now,
what the
no, this is the other thing I love. I love. Can the things the age poorly Twitter account post this clip? They should. They should post it. But the thing is that it's 54 minutes of poorly aged remarks. I mean, I don't know if Twitter's gonna allow them to post a 54-minute video, dude. Now he's saying how they abandoned the hardcore gamers with the Wii and blah blah blah. DSP abandoned his fans that loved him on YouTube. Who went because he went to Twitch. He went to Twitch and abandoned everyone on YouTube, dude. He abandoned his fans. He abandoned the core fans who were there on the YouTube days. Now, I love how DSP expects all his fans to go wherever he goes and and whatever platform he goes to. But if Nintendo expects that from their fans, fuck you, Nintendo, you piece of shit. You abandoned us when you did the Wii, man. Wow, that's really fair.
Hardcore fan base who've supported us and kept us in business wants. We're going to release a casual console with last gen graphics to make a quick buck. You made your quick buck, but at
Oh,
the expense of losing your hardcore fan base.
the other Tevin quote here, dude.
We're going to release a casual console with last gen graphics to make a quick buck. You made your quick buck, but at the expense of losing your hardcore fan base. The hardcore gamer moved
Classic, as little B would say. Little B, dude.
on from you. They went and bought the Xbox
Classic.
360. They went and bought the PS3 because that's where it was to be. That was, if you were a hardcore gamer, those were the systems to own. That's your fault, Iwata. You, because you were the head of the company.
Yes, you. You're the one causing the problem here, Iwata. Aw.
You spearheaded where your company was going to go. You need to man up and, as a man, realize your mistakes and either change things so that you can get back that hardcore fan base, or you need to completely change your business model. If you keep with this track record of what you're doing, you will not succeed with the Wii U. The Wii U is a failed experiment, and you need to get rid of it. And I'm not even joking here. The Wii U will not sell. The Wii U will not be successful. The only games anyone will buy for Wii U from now on will be your first-party titles. And don't get me wrong, 2014 looks like it's going to be a great year when it comes to first-party titles on the Wii U. All right, just recently we had Super Mario 3D World, and we had Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, which probably will actually start selling once the Winter Olympics are here in February. The fact that it was released so much earlier than when the Winter Olympics actually were was very odd. This year alone, you've got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. You've got a new Mario Kart. And with E3 coming, everyone's anticipating the announcement of the new Super Smash Brothers. Whatever that's going to be out, okay? So just there, plus the new Bayonetta. All right.
Bayonetta?
And I'm sure there's going to be a few other things by the end of the year that will be announced for the Wii U. So if of anything, if 2013 was the year of what do I do with my Wii U, 2014 may be the year of, wow, there's a lot of stuff for my Wii U. But the question is, will the hardcore gamer give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt? Or have people written off this console and moved on now that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are out? And that's going to be the definitive question that determines the path that Nintendo will have to take in the future. If people are willing to spend $350 on this console, all right, which in my opinion is ridiculous. I think it's now there's a $300 model, but ridiculous price tag when for $100 more you can get a true next-gen console, all right, just to play first-party Nintendo titles. I don't think it's going to succeed. And the thing that's even more alarming is that their cash cow, the 3DS, which has been the thing that they've relied on for several years to support them, also didn't meet sales expectations. And it wasn't nearly as bad as the Wii U, but that is extremely disheartening to say. This thing that we rely on.
What he wants the Wii U. Okay, this is what he wants. He wants the Wii U to have third-person shooters, first-person shooters, and for him to make money. Because during this time, this is when Nintendo was copyright claiming YouTube videos. That was the era of this, and I'm telling you, that's why he had such a boner for hating on Nintendo, because he couldn't make money off them. So he was being petty the whole time. It's very clear, because every time he had a chance to talk about Nintendo, oh, they're fucking idiots. They know what they're doing. Oh, they're doing the Nintendo Direct instead of going to E3 because they've nothing to show. They're like a bunch of hacks, and they need to make YouTube videos monetizable again. They need to stop stealing my revenue. And that's why he hated Nintendo for the longest time. He wanted to shit on Nintendo all the time because of that.
On Old Faithful, the thing that really innovates and actually is the market leader in mobile gaming, handheld gaming, also didn't do well. So, Iwata, wise up, be a man. I know, and here's this thing, and this is the thing that I've talked about. Some people, when I actually talk about this, some people take it the wrong way. So I just want to preface this by saying, please don't take this the wrong way, okay? But I know something about Japanese people and Japanese culture because I researched it, all right? There is this hard ingrained kind of line of thinking in Japanese culture that they are right, that they know better than everyone else, and that first, if something fails, it's not because of the failure of the Japanese culture or the Japanese people or the Japanese workforce, it's because of
Oh
outside
God.
factors. So Iwata seems to be
Wait. Didn't the DSP look at the Japanese business structure and say, "Hey, you know what? That's a pretty cool business structure. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna do what they do because this is exactly his mentality. That he knows what he's doing, but not the viewers. The viewers don't know the fuck they're doing. And yeah, this is kind of racist too.
one of these hardcore
Like
of the failure of the Japanese culture or the Japanese people or the Japanese workforce, it's because of outside factors.
just like DSP, just like DSP. Wait, slow down the. Oh, this rant's it's a long rant.
There is this hard and
Wait, I got an idea.
please don't take
I got an idea. I won't do the super slow speed. I'm gonna do 0.5. So we have it like so it moves at least.
be a man. I know, and here's this thing, and this thing that I've talked about. Some people, when I actually talk about this, some people take it the wrong way. So I just want to preface this by saying, please don't take this the wrong way, okay? But I know something about Japanese people and Japanese culture because I researched it. All right.
I researched it.
There is this hard ingrained kind of line of thinking in Japanese culture that they are right, that they know better than everyone else, and that first, if something fails, it's not because of the failure of the Japanese culture or the Japanese people or the Japanese workforce, it's because of outside factors. So, Iwata seems to be one of these hardcore old school thinkers who's like, well, we were doing the right thing, but all of a sudden mobile games came along and we didn't adapt to that. So, it's not really our fault. But no, listen,
No, listen, it's not our fault. I was doing fine until the game companies started releasing all their games. His Green Blue stuff, he's been saying like, look, I would love to play Green Blue, but all it was released terribly. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I can't play it, man. They released it at the wrong time. Now, the big brain take would be why not just alternate between Street Fighter and Grand Blue every week? Like 1 week is Street Fighter, next week is Grand Blue. Can't do that. He needs his Street Fighter fix. Can't possibly alternate between the two because I guarantee the meme would be, if I do that, that's not enough time for me to learn the game. Even though he was gonna do 1 2 hour stream a week. It doesn't really matter at that point. Unless like he doesn't really care about the game and just kind of tunes that. No, like the Grand Blue, I fucking flipped around that game. Like I fought against my friend in that game, and I picked Metra randomly. I didn't know how to use the character, and I was able to use her just fine. Come on. He purposely shelved in Grand Blue because he wasn't able to rage quit it. It wasn't a game he was expecting it to be, and he will never pick it up. Yeah, I think what it's that, but it's also I just don't think he likes the game. He hates the win quotes. He hates the style. He hates certain characters. I just don't think it was a game for him. I would have liked to see him play it more. Like personally, I think it's at least way better to watch than fucking Street Fighter. Like I was fine with Street Fighter, but he keeps picking Super Turbo, so he kind of killed my interest in it, and that's kind of what's been going on with that fucking game. So we can't get games that are actually at least fun to watch. Can't do it.
You gotta admit, Fall, you fucked up.
You
All
fucked up.
right? You abandoned the hardcore gamer, you lost market share, and
You
now
abandoned the
you're
YouTube audience, Phil.
bleeding money year after year after year. And the last thing that I want to see happen, which I'm going to show you right now, which is the joke that I showed at the beginning of the stream, is that Nintendo now will become a third-party game developer, much like Sega. This is what happened to Sega. Sega was in the same situation. They released multiple consoles that no one saw value in, to the point where they completely crashed. You had the Sega Genesis or Master System, which did incredibly well. Then they had the Sega CD, which kind of was revolutionary, but then Sega just refused to move on. Oh, we're gonna have the 32X that we're gonna plug into the fucking top of the thing. We're gonna have the Saturn, which is kind of a step forward, but not really. Then we're gonna have the Neptune, which is a standalone 32X. Then they scrapped the Neptune. Then they released, the Dreamcast, and it was like, it was just like, it was too much. The public lost faith in Sega. They said, you've lost your way. You're so set on releasing hardware after hardware after hardware, most of which we don't even want, that we can't keep up with you guys anymore. And Sega failed as a hardware manufacturer, and they basically shelled out all their content as third parties. And now look, you got Sonic, who's on Nintendo. Who would have thought the two major rivals of the 1990s, Sonic and I'm sorry, not Sony, Sega and Nintendo, who were head to head, who had vicious advertising wars. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. That's just a child's toy, all right? Really nasty PR campaigns against each other. Now have exclusivity agreements that Sonic is on Nintendo. So this, unfortunately, Mr. Iwata, if you don't realize that this is what's happening, and you just gonna, no, I don't want to hear it, because the Japanese culture is smart and we know better than everyone else, and we didn't make any mistakes, it's mobile gaming, it's not us, you're gonna fail. It's time to man up and admit your mistakes. And it's the same thing I'm gonna say with all the Nintendo fanboys. You don't have a leg to stand on anymore. This direct news from the actual business media proves that Nintendo is now in dire straits, and Iwata himself has says we're going to have to do major management changes. Okay?
Whoa, major management changes? Uh-oh.
It's disheartening. It's disheartening being a fan of Nintendo for so long, to see that they're falling apart at the seams. And, just so many decisions that Nintendo makes. For example, just if you're trying to sell your new console and you know that it's doing poorly, wouldn't you do every possible thing that you could to make sure that the gamers are on your side? So then why is it that Nintendo...
No, he says, like, they're not doing something to get the gamers on their side. But earlier in the video, he mentioned that there were fans that were already on Nintendo's side. So, someone is on their side, DSP. Who are these gamers? The gamers need to step up. We, as gamers.
Nintendo, with these new changes on YouTube, these content ID flags that are going on every Nintendo video, why are they claiming the content? Why is it that Nintendo, with these new changes on YouTube, these content ID flags that are going on every Nintendo video, why are they claiming the content? All right? Don't you...
Now that is the source of this, is that he can make money. I guarantee if Nintendo never did that decision to copyright claim videos, he wouldn't care. I guarantee this video wouldn't exist and it wouldn't be so negative.
You want those gamers on your side? These are obviously people who were playing your games to begin with, all right? They were buying your consoles, playing the games, and making Let's Plays and video reviews with Nintendo content in them. You've now isolated every single person who ever made a video of a Nintendo game. But again, we know better than you. This is our culture. We're smart, and we won't admit fault. And that's what's going on. And it's so scary, because you can't do that. As in business, you cannot just say you're right no matter what and keep bleeding money. And I'm really afraid that we're going to see a big restructuring of Nintendo coming up soon. And Nintendo might, unfortunately, become this. I mean, how crazy is that? You're going to be playing Nintendo games not on a Nintendo console anymore. You're going to
Whoa.
be playing them,
The
on
future,
someone else's
now!
console. And that's so... It really is disheartening. It really is...
No, no, oh my god, this didn't age well at all. He was like, I don't want Nintendo games on the PS4, man. Mr. Sad Boy over here. But when you watch him play, oh my god, let's see if Pig Pigoo can help me with this. I don't think Pig Pigoo is gonna find it because it's a sentence. I'm gonna try to type in Nintendo should be third party. Damn it. Third party. Maybe this'll get him. Oh my god. Wait. Let's type in Zelda.
For a third party. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's... Oh god, I have to fucking correct stupid YouTube. They think this is what I want. I want to go to studio. Nah, fucking idiots.
All right.
Oh boy. 1:22:10. 1:22.
Actually sounds much like my local arcade. I just got a cheer from Derpy12, who said, do you think Nintendo should have went third party instead of doing the Switch? I mean, a lot of people always argue that. Should they have gone the way of Sega? I don't think Nintendo has to yet. Sega had to. Sega lost so much money on the Saturn and the Dreamcast. There was nothing else they could do. They couldn't even really afford to make another major console, and so everyone else was so far ahead of them at that point. In particular, Sony was blowing it out of the water with the PlayStation that they really didn't have any other options. Nintendo has so many freaking revenue sources and has made so much money over the years. They could probably have another 2 horrible failed consoles and still have enough money to keep going.
This is... not really. I mean, it's a very niche thing, and 1337. You don't worry about it. But this is still kind of... But you know what? And 1337, what we did find this. Oh my god! Look at this leaderboard. Top tip: Jack Spartacus, Mighty Foxy, and fucking Rave. Where's Might Foxy? What happened to him? What happened to Rave Comic? Remember these two guys? Jack Spartacus is still kind of there. He doesn't give any money now, or did he change his name? He might have changed his name, maybe. But oh my god! Back when he used to do ties. But here he's saying like, oh, Nintendo could have some failed consoles and they can still be okay. They can still be okay. But here he was like, oh my god, the Wii U, oh my god, they could lose everything. They could become a third party company. So it still did not age very well when he goes from how the Wii U is gonna ruin the company to, oh, well, Nintendo's gonna be okay. They can have a few failed consoles. So...
It's disappointing. It's sad. It's a sad day when you get news figures like this. It's a sad day. And the sad part about the whole situation is that I don't like to say I told you so, but gamers have been saying this since the release of the Wii U. This isn't, oh, overnight we realized that we did have bad sales. It's been all year in the gaming media. Wii U's not selling. No one wants it. Third-party developers aren't developing for it. And Nintendo ignored the facts. That's the saddest part. They had the signs and they ignored the facts. When
They
major
had
third-party
eyes but
publishers
failed to
like EA
see.
come
They
out
had
and
ears
basically
but failed to
bash your
hear.
console, don't you think you should do something about it? Shouldn't you try to get their trust back? Shouldn't you reassure gamers? They did nothing. Nintendo
Oh yeah. Oh my god, what a tragedy. Nintendo did not lose the EA. Lose the EA. They did not listen to EA, guys. EA and Nintendo, oh my god, man. Oof. Man, that was a mistake on Nintendo, right? They should have bent over for EA. Everyone loves EA. The gamers love EA now. They made Star Wars Fallen Order, and now gamers love EA. They love them.
did nothing. They said, "Oh, first-party games are coming. That'll be good for you." And people are like, "Fuck this." People have, like I said, that hardcore audience has lost faith in the Wii U, and that's sad. Okay.
Here, we'll make some games for you. No, fuck that. We don't want your games. We want other people's games.
Okay. So now what I'd like to do, because this is a live stream, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am live streaming this on Twitch. Just for a few minutes, I'll probably take maybe 2-3 people.
Back when he
Then
was
I'm
on
gonna take
Twitch.
some calls, and I wanted to see what people have to say about this development, and what people think is going to happen to Nintendo. I want to hear your opinions. All right. So I'm actually going to switch over to this screen. I actually have the webcam already set up here, and I'm going to open up my Skype quickly. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to call in. And we're going to only take a few calls. Not going to be a long segment. But I'm just curious to see what people have to say about this development. So give me a second for my Skype to boot up here. And here we go. It's booting up. All right. So if you would like a chance to talk about this whole Nintendo situation, you can call me here on Skype, DarkSidePhil, or I think it's DarkSidePhil@hotmail.com. I'll toss on my headphones here. And we'll take a few calls. All right, first two people here. Hello, sir.
This is a sad, sad day.
It is. I fully
So sad.
agree with you.
Now, again, like, there was this one news article saying, "Oh, they didn't make as much money on the Wii U, man. They had a flop for one generation," and it's like, and they act, and these people are acting as if like the fucking president got shot. Oh my god, this is a sad day. Oh my god, the stock market crashed, guys. And this is coming from a guy that now tells us he wants to focus on positivity, no real world discussion, no politics, nothing. We want to escape reality. But man, Nintendo failed. Let me talk about this.
Let me actually get your picture here. Scoot it on over here. So, this is Gamer J Lee.
Gamer J Lee! Oh man, I thought you don't know who that is, Phil. Oh, I don't know who Gamer J Lee is. I don't know who that is. Who is he? Who is this guy? I never talked to him. I never mentioned a Gamer J Lee. Oh wow, big ups, Gamer J Lee's here. Oh ho ho.
And yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. Like this
Jordan?
is just,
whoa!
for me especially,
DSP doxed him,
it hits
man.
close to home. Being that I grew up with Nintendo, and I saw the direction that Nintendo took with some decisions, especially during the 90s, when they were actually developing a CD-based console. And they decided, oh, we changed our mind. We don't want to do that anymore. We want to stay with cartridges. And like every game developer on the planet went to Nintendo and said, what? Cartridges are expensive. You can't store as much on them. The CDs are the future, and you just want to ignore that? And they basically said, yeah, we want to ignore it. And so Sony, who was developing a CD-based console for them, went on to make the PlayStation. And the rest is history. So Nintendo has a track record of making these decisions before, but never, ever have we seen this kind of sales results. This kind of like appallingly negative sales results. So I'm curious, what's your take on the situation?
My whole take is that, you're 100% correct. Nintendo just
Now, what's dumb about this is that Nintendo and Sony were originally going to work together, but Nintendo started getting a little nervous with Sony and the future of their properties because they did not want Sony to kind of own Mario or anything like that, so they wanted to be careful with that. So to a degree, I can understand why Nintendo was a little bit apprehensive with Sony because they didn't want to lose it. They didn't want to get screwed over with any of their properties because that could happen. I mean, any company could make a deal and steal the rug from them, but it is what it is.
Their fingers in the air, said fuck the gamers and give us money. Fuck you, give us money. That's what they said. And it's really sad because I used to love the Nintendo GameCube and all these different consoles that I used to spend time playing more than I did my Xbox or my PS2. And so it's just sad whenever I see Nintendo, someone who I like their games, just say, we don't care about you, we're right, just fuck off and let's do our thing. And then now they're just realizing, well, fuck, we should have listened to them, but no, we're right, sorry, you're wrong still. Yeah.
And you see, that could have worked, that kind of mentality could have.
No. Now I love when people shit on companies. They're like, oh, these companies they don't want to listen to anyone. They want to do their own thing, and see they leave us alone. Let's do our own thing. Oh my God, how terrible! But now like that opinion has shifted. Now it's like, oh my God, let the game devs do what they want for the games that they make. Back then they want all these companies to adhere to marketing and all this other stuff. They should listen to marketing. How dare they not listen to marketing? Wait a second, did I? Okay, good. For a second I thought the iPad wasn't showing. I thought I forgot to put it on again. But like now it's like, well, we need to have now they should listen to marketing, guys. They need to listen to marketing. Companies started listening to marketing, and they found that when they listen to marketing, they put more microtransactions in games. They shouldn't listen to marketing. They should do their own thing, man. Let them do their own thing.
Worked back in the 90s when they were the market leader. You can say, when you are the number one, you can say, fuck off, we know better than everyone else. But now things have changed. They have major competition from other companies who have gone in a different direction than Nintendo, and for them to just keep saying...
Now, you can say that about DSP as well. Well, DSP, all these other streamers are overlapping you now, man. They're overdoing yourselves. But oh my God.
Saying, no, we know better than you. We're going to keep doing what we're doing and literally ignore the feedback from gamers and fans and everyone. That's where they've really gone wrong. As a business, if you're not number one and you try to make those kind of statements, that's where you really fail and where you're going to lose your fan base. So.
Right. Well, I want to give everyone else a chance to be able to call in, so I just wanted to speak my mind, and I hope you have a great day.
All right, sir. Thank you for calling.
You too. Bye.
All right, we got one person's opinion. Pretty good. Right,
Pretty good.
Here. All right, let's try to get this gentleman in here. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. I'm just a bit nerve-wracked.
This guy sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah, because right now I'm already upset. I'm upset because with all that is happening, oh my God, I've been with Nintendo for like...
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I've known Nintendo for 26 years. That's a very long time.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of us
really over
fans
here.
who
Yes.
saw the signs. You know,
Yeah, I saw the signs already because I remember last year I pre-ordered Rayman Legends for the Wii U, but finding out that it was delayed, it just got me mad.
Got me mad,
yeah,
man.
and that's the thing.
I'm
like,
mad.
It was like the promise when the Wii U came out. There was this promise that you were going to have this big slew of third-party exclusive games. And I remember back then, Bayonetta and Rayman Legends, and there's more coming, and you're going to love it. And everyone was like, okay, we'll kind of give you the benefit of the doubt, but...
Yeah, and then it all fell flat.
What?
That's the last time I saw anything My Little Pony related.
Oh, okay. What?
Put Metal Gear combined with fucking My Little Pony, and it would have been a better combination than Metal Gear and zombies at this point. I mean, zombies are so overdone. You know?
Okay.
But hey, that's about the amount of creativity and skill of game making that Konami has now that Kojima has left. So Metal Gear Survive has a open beta this Thursday. Guys and gals, I cannot wait. I'm serious. I cannot wait to play that with you guys on stream. How much fun is it going to be to make fun of that piece of shit? Because you know it's going to be a fucking giraffe piece of fucking donkey fucking disgusting.
Oh, you know what? Okay. That's it. I gotta look at his playthrough because he was like, it's gonna suck. What the fuck? What is this here?
I mean, take a look at his detractors, the Kojima World Order. There's someone parodying them called the Diva World Order by some guy named Mitch. I gotta give him a shout out because I watched his Sonic Mania Let's Play. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. So basically, excuse me. So, I mean, look at all this attention around him. Look at all this bad. Someone won't pat it out. My butt. What can I say?
What?
Shit. Fuck. Okay. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Phil, he doesn't do that. He leaves it raw, unedited, and no bullshit. But basically, you think, come on, Dashawn. Phil has excuse for doing it. Oh, he does have excuse. The reason he leaves them unedited is simply a pad out the video's lane so he can make that sweet cash. That's
The fucking meme! Sweet cash! Oh, we gotta slow that down. I want to hear that slow motion. Sweet cash. It's gonna be badass, I bet.
Phil has excuse for doing it. Oh, he does have excuse. The reason he leaves them unedited is simply a pat out the video's lane so he can make that sweet cash. Lane so he can make that sweet cash.
The way he says sweet cash is fucking outstanding.
Lane so he can make that sweet cash.
Alright, well that's not why we're here. Sweet cash. Oh boy. But we're here for this. Metal Gear Survive. I want to do, let's see, the final video. Oh god. Playback speed, let's make that normal.
Levels of crafting, of defenses, of weapons, melee weapons plus ranged weapons. So by now I think you guys have gotten the gist. Oh my god, I was loud. What the fuck was that? By now I think you guys have gotten the gist of what Metal Gear Survive is going to be. You know, tower defense, getting new abilities, new items, new weapons, crafting every round, co-op, you know. Does it have potential for those who like this kind of tower defense co-op game? Absolutely it does. However, quite frankly, it's very, very basic. And for a game that they're going to charge $40 for, you know what I mean? For a tower defense game, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously it's up to you, the consumer, to make your decision. For me, this was okay for one session of gameplay just to screw around with. But this is not anything I'm going to spend money on. Seriously, no way, man. Shout out to Night Chartorius, who just did a 90-bit...
Now it's funny, in the weekend preview, he was like, this game is terrible. It's gonna be fucking duty, man. But here's like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's basic. Thought it was gonna be a turd, dude.
Cheer, thank you very much for that. So, my final verdict on Metal Gear Survive. Is it bad? No, it's not a bad game. It's functional. Graphics are good.
Oh my god, the fucking...
interesting gameplay when it comes to tower defense, having these levels of crafting of defenses, of weapons, melee weapons, plus ranged weapons, plus all of that. But is it anything unique and original that you absolutely need to play? Nope. Is it anything that, if you haven't played, if you haven't played tower defense, do you absolutely need to play this version of tower defense? No, there's other games that are out there that do it just as good, in my opinion. So, it's nothing new. It's unoriginal. It's a way for Konami to cash in on the Metal Gear franchise now that Kojima has left, and they're not going to be making any new original titles in the Metal Gear franchise storyline. It's pretty ridiculously lame, in my opinion. But when this goes on discount for $5 or the free for PSN game in like 6 months because no one buys it, then sure, play it and have fun with your friends. But I am not checking out the full release. No way. I'm spending money on this. I mean,
Now, what's sad? Kojima's fired. That's the character. Wow. Is that the multiplayer was kind of cool. I like the multiplayer, but you have to go through the fucking single player to get to the fun part of the game. And the single player is fucking it was like the worst part of the game. I hated the single player. It was just a waste of time. A waste of time.
Flat on his face.
Nothing more.
Badly.
exactly. So, in your opinion, what do you think is going to happen with Nintendo? Do you think that they're going to be able to recover? Do you think that they're going to go the way of Sega? What's your take?
I don't know if they are going
I
to
don't
recover,
think.
because in what you said is true, that Nintendo's like having their ears plugged and they're just going to ignore everything.
Oh my god,
around
Kermit,
them.
calm
They're not
down.
even admitting. They admitted it, but I
Dude,
believe
Kermit's
that
going
it's too
crazy.
little,
He's
too
going,
late.
he's going mad.
Yeah, and I tend to, unfortunately, having a business background and reading the kind of numbers that I just read you from those articles, I think, unfortunately, at least my personal take on it, is that it is too late. There's going to have to be some kind of a major direction change for Nintendo, and whether it's that they become like Sega and they're just a third-party developer, or whether they have a refocusing. I mean, Iwata specifically brought up, mobile gaming. Does this mean that Nintendo is now going to remove their focus from the Wii U and try to put out a slew of mobile games?
Blaming on mobile gaming? I mean, come
Blaming
on.
on mobile gaming? Oh, come on. That's not what Iwata wasn't blaming mobile gaming, though. He said that he wants to. No one understands what Iwata said. Apparently, they have really good reading comprehension. You know what I mean?
If anything, they should just admit their faults and just work to get their console back up to speed.
Right.
Well, how can they get
God.
their
The thing
console
is-
back up to speed, though? It's a basic ass console.
There is
Whatever.
a fan base. There is a hardcore
Whatever.
fan base out there for gaming. And for years and years, they were such staunch fans of Nintendo. And when that Wii came out, so many people got turned off by Nintendo. So I'm going to play the new Nintendo game, but it's standard definition. Everything else is HD. I got to use these motion controls that I didn't ask for. Like, that's not the core of gaming. That was the superfluous audience around gaming. People who didn't play games got into games with the Wii. But Nintendo didn't see that. They thought, we're a huge success. And now, you're right. I think they need to focus on getting that hardcore fan base back, or else...
They're too blind. They're
They're
too
too
blind.
blind,
They only
man.
got lucky because
Too
of the Wii
blind.
because of motion controls. You know how bad Microsoft and Sony did it? Nintendo did it first, but they were just making all that money. They were too blind to realize that they're doomed to fail.
And I said, it's hard. It's actually hard for me to even blame them because, like I said, for them, it's actually a cultural thing. It really is. It's ingrained in their culture since birth that we are
Since
smart.
birth. So the mom's like holding their little baby, their 1-year-old baby. You're gonna be amazing. If anyone tells you you're not good, they're wrong. You're always right, baby. And then when the mom tells the baby, when that baby grows up and the kid beats up another kid, he did a no-no, right? Nothing you can do, kid. You did everything correct. Everyone else wronged you. That makes no fucking sense. Oh my god. No, stop this. Oh. My oh my. My oh my.
And we are very strong people and we know everything and we're better than everyone and we're going to make great business decisions and whatever we do is the right choice. And for them to admit fault is like, it's almost like unheard of. So for Iwata to come out, I'm not surprised that Iwata came out and said, well, it's because of mobile gaming. It's funny because he admits fault and immediately redirects it. So
Yeah, that's basically meaning he's just ignoring it. He's just trying to throw us off.
yeah.
Oh my
All right,
god!
well, thank you for calling in. Mobile gaming. It's funny because he admits fault and immediately redirects it.
He admits fault, but redirects it. That's not what. Whatever.
So
Yeah, that's basically meaning he's just ignoring it. He's just trying to throw us off.
And then Kermit comes up with the conspiracy theory. He's trying to throw us off the real truth. Nintendo really has God in the fucking. I don't know. Throw us off, dude. Iwata's trying to throw us all off. DSP hates those Japanese dudes. Aw.
all right, well, thank you for calling in, sir. Appreciate it.
Sir.
And,
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to finally hear from you.
Yeah, very good. And the cool thing is now that I have this technology down pat, when we have like news and stuff going on, we can do cool interactions like this. So
This should be a lot.
Can't
of
say
fun.
that anymore.
yeah, it's gonna be good. Good.
All right.
A good ride to come in the future. So thank you, sir, for the
Indeed.
call.
You're welcome.
All right, probably take one or two more callers here. Let's see who we got. Let's try this one. Let's see how this goes. If this works.
Does it work?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
I am doing well, except for, obviously the horrendous news
Right.
that
right.
we've got
What the
today. So
fuck
how
is
are you
this?
doing?
What's
And
he
what is your
doing?
take on this whole situation?
Well, I'm doing
Whatever.
okay. But
Okay.
the situ-
This is a weird
But the
crop he
situation,
did.
I think it's pretty crappy.
I agree.
I think one of the big things is
Yeah, it's
they
anime
need
dude.
more new, or should I say
You know
new
what?
IPs. They
Good
keep
idea.
rehashing the
Gonna
same
erase
games over and over and over
The
again.
nips.
Mario, Donkey Kong. Meanwhile,
Erase the nips.
like you were saying before, Nintendo, they're not doing anything new.
You bring up a very interesting point, and it needs to be said that in the 1990s when Nintendo was burgeoning and they were the big one, they were, like I said, it wasn't video games, it was Nintendo games. That's how big they were. That was
Right.
when there's franchises, they're famous franchises that today we say, oh, they're all played out, it's the same thing. That's kind of when they were born. I mean, you had Mario, which then turned into Super Mario, which then turned into Super Mario World on the SNES, and that was like almost the epitome of what could be done with a 2D side-scrolling platformer. That was the era of when Zelda
nips
was
will
coming into the
return,
next
don't
generation on
worry.
things like the Nintendo 64. When you had Donkey Kong Country, that all debuted, Mario Kart. So the 90s when Nintendo was doing
See,
their
and we
best
draw the
was
nips
when
now.
their new IPs were coming out. And you're absolutely right. When was the last time that you heard of a new IP that Nintendo was actually standing behind and they were like really pushing it forward and they really were saying this is something new and original? A lot of the times what you see is something like the new Mario Kart this year. Oh, well, now you get to drive on walls. Like,
Walls.
is that going to sell?
No, I love how I was like, oh, it's Mario Kart. You get to drive on walls, dude. What do you want Mario Kart to be? Like, it's already like locked in as a racing game. What do you want Nintendo to do to Mario Kart? Okay, guys, for the first time ever Mario Kart, you can now play golf. It's fucking Mario Kart. Is that gonna sell? Is Mario Kart gonna sell if you could drive on walls? It was already gonna sell because people like Mario Kart.
Is that a seller? Am I going to buy a Wii U to play Mario Kart driving on walls? So I completely understand what you're saying. I agree with you. I think that they've kind of lost their way. There's lack of innovation. Instead of trying to be innovative with their games, now they're trying to be innovative with their hardware. So get the Wii and waggle your arms around like an asshole. Get the Wii U and f around with the stupid huge gamepad instead of, why don't we just make a game that has new characters, a great new story, innovation? In fact, this past year, with John Rambo, the two Mario games we've played, we said, why don't they bring? There hasn't been a new character in Mario in how long? Why can't they bring the characters back from like Super Mario 2? Why can't they have new characters that Mario fights? Something different, not the Koopa kids in every goddamn game. But they've lost their way. They don't have that creative spark anymore. Instead, they're all about some kind of a gimmick with the hardware. So I do agree with you there. I think that if Nintendo maybe did do a little bit more innovation in their gaming, new IPs, new things like that, maybe people would be reinvigorated. But when you do the same old shit every year,
Exactly.
and the saddest part about this whole thing is that I have to say this: Super Mario 3D World actually does do this. It's different from other Mario games. You've got new power-ups that are crazy, like 3D maps and stuff. You're going vertically and stuff, things you haven't done in a Mario game before. But because it was on the Wii U, no one bought it. And that's a sad thing. A great game, reviewed highly, no one bought it because it's on a console that no one has faith in. So that's sad to see.
If I could just add something.
The
Go
Koopa
ahead.
Kids were gone
Yeah, innovation.
for a long time.
Can only go
Yeah, the Koopa Kids were gone for a very long time. So when they brought it back, people liked it. Like, oh man.
with new IP.
And the game is called Super Mario 3D World, so of course it's gonna follow the bounds. The thing that's established in fucking Mario World.
That's that spark. That's what keeps people going. You got Sony, you got Microsoft, you got what's coming up for PS4? The Order 1886. You
The Order 1886.
got all this other stuff coming out, but you see Nintendo just making same old Mario, same old Donkey Kong.
Right. And another interesting thing that I really didn't even bring up yet is because there's been such a lack of innovation, a lack of new IPs. I don't know if anyone realizes this. Nintendo Power closed down last year. You know, now Nintendo Power was a magazine and a business based around covering Nintendo exclusive content. There were so few new things coming out on Nintendo that the company that covered them went out of business. So if that's not a sign that you've lost your way, I don't know what is. Any final thoughts here?
I can't think of anything. I just
No problem.
like that image on your background where it's Super Mario on PS4. It could possibly happen, or we could just see
It could
them
happen,
disappear.
man.
I wouldn't. That would be the worst case. I wouldn't want to see them disappear. I mean, worst case scenario, I'd like to see them at least still exist as a third-party game developer. I mean,
Right, third party like Sega, like you were saying before.
right. And so then we could have Sonic and Mario on Sony and Microsoft. I mean, we could have some of the craziest crossovers ever. Master Chief, punching Princess Toadstool in the face or something. I don't know.
I like how he's like, oh, we can have Master Chief punch Princess Toadstool in the face, man. Wouldn't that be funny? Man, he really likes that image of Master Chief beating up a woman. That's pretty wild.
All right, so thanks for your call.
Can't
I
say that
appreciate it,
anymore.
sir.
Cat might not like it.
Have a nice day.
You too. All right, we'll take one more caller. Calls are going well. Let's take one more caller. Oh, that was a good one.
Why does he
That's
call
a good
her
lead in.
Princess
Jesus,
Toadstool
indigestion.
Peach?
I didn't even eat anything today.
Because he has gamer cred, Mabel. He wants to show off that he's a gamer and he knows what he's talking
Glass
about.
of grapefruit juice and I'm exploding. All right, I'm waiting for calls to pop up here because of the delay on the stream. Oh my god, I can't. Trying to see if I can read. All right, let's take one more. Let's take this one, I guess. Let's try this. Hello.
Hi,
Hello, who am I speaking with?
this is Harsha from California.
Hello, Hersha. How you doing?
Herschel, you're doxing yourself,
Good,
dude.
good. Well, I guess Nintendo isn't doing very well.
To say the least.
Okay, wow, I'm just noticing how delayed this stream is.
It's very delayed.
Okay.
This is Twitch. Whatever they did last month, it's like ridiculous.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you for taking my call. Yeah, Nintendo. I've been saying it for a while, but I always believed that this was going to be Nintendo's last console. I
Wow.
mean, just with the way, I don't think the Wii ever really.
Oh man, this aged very well. Very well. The Wii U was in fact Nintendo's last console. I agree. Alright, later, Anther237.
Enticed me at all with their console because it was primarily a casual system, and really outside of all of the third-party games that came to the Wii were just really bad ports. I mean, most of the time, like compared to their PS3 and Xbox 360 counterparts. So I guess I was just trying to ask, like, ironically enough, I do have a Wii U right now,
Mhm.
but it's actually a third-party game. It's actually Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which is actually just it's just a port anyway. And I guess I was just trying to ask. I just maybe bridging on what the previous caller said is that do you think the fault really lies in maybe the first-party titles, perhaps the lack of innovation on the Mario front or the Zelda front, or maybe gamers just aren't really into these things anymore? I mean,
Gamers didn't rise up enough, man.
you said yourself, like Super Mario 3D World is a great game, but I mean, really, the reality is no one really bought it. And yeah, you could blame that on the fact that maybe the system didn't sell well, but sometimes, like, if the game is good enough, maybe it'll do great on its own. I mean, you don't really know, but so I guess
But
maybe
the console sold bad, so what do you expect the games to sell? They can't sell more than how many consoles are there. It it's like people buy 10 consoles, right? 10 people bought the Wii U. You have 10 Wii U's out there. Are you gonna sit there and expect to sell 20 games? Like and you make one game, and you're like, this game's gonna be a hot seller. You think 20 people are gonna buy a game when there's only 10 consoles out? No. Ugh.
I just want to ask, do you think people are really losing interest in the first-party titles, and do you think Nintendo really needs to take steps towards building other franchises that could possibly be more enticing?
To me, I honestly think it's because the Wii U just had a dumb name. The console is called the Wii U. So many people did not know the Wii U was a new console. They also probably didn't like the gamepad either. That's probably why they ditched it in the Switch.
Right. I think I think that what we're seeing right now with Nintendo is like the perfect storm of bad things that's kind of just become a whirlwind of financial failure. And what I mean by that is absolutely you have to admit that when was the last time, again, you saw a new Nintendo IP that they really pushed, that they really got behind, that wasn't, it's not one of the old IPs. And, you can beat a dead horse as much as you want, but how many times can you play a Mario game before you say, okay, I've played Mario, I know what this is going to be? But at the same time, I think the reason... a reason that, for example, a game like Super Mario 3D World, which was very highly reviewed, which actually does have innovation, which is different from previous Mario games, the reason it didn't sell is because the only way you can play it is to spend $300 on a console that you probably don't have. And, that's sad to see that Nintendo, they really pushed their best foot forward with the Wii U, trying to say, we're going to catch up to the other guys, we're going to be the next gen. But they came out at like the wrong time.
Tablet, but,
I think that if the
they
Wii
got
U
the
had
Zelda
waited,
one, so it's
give
cool.
it
I
a
guess.
year,
Same here,
give it a year
DJ
and a
Filthy.
half
We're trying out the
longer.
same
Let
Wii
the other
U.
guys come forward first with their next gen offerings, okay? And let them say, okay, so PlayStation 4 is $400, Xbox One is $500. Now come out the year later and say, all right, well, our console is HD, but it doesn't have all the features those guys have, but it's only $250, and it's going to have 12 amazing first-party titles at launch. Okay? Then maybe people would have said, well, all right, I spent $250, but I've got a huge library of games that are the tried and true Nintendo games that people have grown up with. No, they released it ahead of time. And people laughed at the system and said, can you call this next gen? It doesn't even have the features of the current gen consoles. And then to see that the only games that were good for it were the first party titles, but those titles were extremely similar to previous games. Like New Super Mario Bros. U was a laughing stock. It was basically the same exact game you've played before, only with a few new tweaks in HD.
And a new Super Mario Luigi U, which no one bought.
Oh my lord! Yeah, and what were they thinking with that? It's the same game with like a short time limit and a few modifiers. It was like a fan made mod. Like who's gonna?
New Super Luigi, whatever the fuck, was a fucking DLC for the game.
Who's gonna buy that? So yeah. I understand I see where everyone's perspective is. It's the same titles over and over. And you could only do that so many times before people are tired. Like I said, in the 90s, that was when games like Zelda moved into 3D, completely changed the series, and people have loved that change. Mario Kart came out, and that
you
was
hated the change
Donkey
to
Kong
DSP.
Country came out. You have lines like Star Fox. What happened to Star Fox? Where is it? If we have an HD console, why don't we have a new Star Fox with amazing graphics? And of course, I could probably answer that for you because the online play probably wouldn't work. and who's going to buy a single-player Star Fox game in the year 2014?
People who like Star Fox
Yeah.
because Star Fox was a single
So
player
yeah,
game in the
I guess
past.
I just want to say, like,
I don't know.
honestly, I honestly believe that this is going to be Nintendo's last home console, and
Yeah,
maybe
man.
they'll. I mean, judging from this article,
The
it
Wii,
seems like
Nintendo's
maybe
doomed.
they're gonna move towards like into the mobile market. Maybe with a new 3DS kind of thing, a new smart device, perhaps. I mean, I just want to hear your thoughts on that. And I mean, judging from like they don't want people to have like videos on YouTube. Maybe this is another way they can prevent that just by having maybe just one Nintendo mobile device kind of thing. Or do you think that's just another excuse? I mean, I just want to hear your
No,
thoughts.
I mean, I think what Iwata's trying to say is,
Is
all right,
Nintendo's
we
doomed?
tried with the Wii U and we failed because we were focusing on game hardware. What we should have been doing was being more looking towards the future and saying that look at all these game companies that have made a ridiculous amount of money on a game where you just do this on a screen. And there's really low development cost. There's not a lot of R&D or anything that needs to be done to even make a mobile game. And so I think what he's saying is this is a market that we would have expanded to that we really missed out on because we were focusing on hardware. If you think about it right now on the Wii U, you can go to the marketplace and you could download games from as far back as the NES, the Game Boy Advance, all that, all the classic games, but you can only play them on the Wii U. I think what he's saying is we should have ported those to a mobile device. Now,
No, wrong. He wanted to make a Nintendo game. He wanted to make mobile games, dude. Come on.
the worst thing that I would want to see, the thing that I would dread the most, is if Nintendo now thinks that
Yeah,
all money's
now we're going back in
mobile,
time.
and they start new Super Mario Brothers mobile, and it's a new Super Mario. It's the same thing, Super Mario Brothers, that you can now play on a mobile device. That's literally what he referenced in the article. I'll read it for you again. He literally says, given the expansion of smart devices, we're naturally studying how smart devices
I
can
can't
be
make
used
any
to
more
grow the
layers.
game player
She,
business. It's not as simple as enabling Mario to move on a smartphone. So he's saying, we want to bring Mario to the smartphones and we'll make money that way. That's, again, Nintendo has a hardcore fan base, but they're not selling to them.
This.
They're not finding ways to appeal to them or sell to them because they're not listening. And if they think that now taking their games to an even more casual market than even the Wii was, mobile games are the ultimate casual. You sit there for 5 seconds, you tap your screen, kill some time, then you go put it down and you go do something else. That is not going to be the saving grace of the company. So if they think that they're going to completely convert all their products to mobile, I'm really worried about Nintendo.
And I mean, it seems like they still have the same mindset. I mean, just when you look at the 3DS, I mean, how many people realistically use the 3D effects? I mean, I certainly play all my 3DS games without 3D, just because it's just such a strain on my eyes.
Yeah, and
I mean, I play for the great library. I mean, I play for Fire Emblem Awakening. I play for Pokemon X. I play for.
Fire Emblem Awakening has the best girl in it. It's fucking Lucina.
Games, I just don't really understand.
You know what?
Like,
Let's get Lucina
why
up.
Nintendo doesn't realize this. I mean, you've got to have a strong
Let's
lineup
get
of games.
Lucina on
And
stream.
if you don't, then the system's not going to sell, and third-party, companies aren't going to come to your system.
Right.
I mean, it is just such a simple thing, and I don't. They have to look at their 3DS, and they look. We got a strong lineup on the 3DS. That's why the system's
There's so many
successful. It's not
Lucinas,
because
dude.
it's not because it's handheld or home console. It's because
the
you
games.
got to have the games exactly.
It's
so
the games.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you, and I think I don't know what point it was that Nintendo, somewhere along the 2000s, kind of lost their way and decided we're not going to focus on great games and new IPs and innovation anymore. We're going to focus on gimmicks. And that's really what it's been, gimmick after gimmick. The Nintendo DS, so it's a handheld with 2 screens instead of 1, and one's a touch screen. Oh, look, it's the Wii with motion controls.
Yeah, she's my
the
favorite
3DS
too.
where you have
I also
3D
like
graphics. The Wii U with the
Edelgard
giant,
is
oversized
one of those
gamepad that's
people.
incredibly expensive to manufacture. Like, what happened? Who
What
was
happened?
it internally that said we don't need to care about games anymore? Just make gimmicky, peripherals and shit. I don't know, but it makes no sense to the hardcore audience who's followed along Nintendo from day one. They're the ones that feel the most spurned by everything that's going on because they feel like they've supported Nintendo through all the tough times, through the 90s when all these new IPs were coming out. They grew up with them, and now to be a gamer now in the year 2014 and to see this kind of report come out of business, not gaming news, business news, literally saying this is the black and white of it, Nintendo's pissing money away, and how are they going to survive? It's very disheartening. It's very scary. So.
Okay, well, that's all I wanted to get off my chest. Thank you for taking my call.
All right.
Don't ever let the hate get to you. I'm always gonna be a fan. So thanks.
Thank you, sir, for the call.
I'm always gonna be a fan. I wonder if he's a fan now. Are you a fan, Harsha? Are you?
It's very scary. So.
Okay, well, that's all I wanted to get off my chest. Thank you for taking my call.
All right.
Don't ever let the hate get to you. I'm always gonna be a fan. So thanks.
Thank you, sir, for the call.
I'm
Appreciate
always
it.
gonna be a fan.
All right.
Are you a fan?
So that was
Harsha?
great.
Are you?
That's pretty much the situation right now with Nintendo. And this is the first time, like I said, I've done an impromptu video like this, where I've been able to take callers and people have been able to vent, what they wanted to say. So I want to say thank you to everyone who called in. There were plenty of people who tried to call in and unfortunately didn't make it. And I apologize for that. I don't want to go on all that. We could go on en masse all day about this, talking about what we feel about Nintendo and what's going on with them. But I hope this video was informative. I hope you now realize what's going on with Nintendo. Again, if you're a fanboy, you don't have a leg to stand on anymore. The CEO of your favorite company just admitted that they fucked up and they need help to get some kind of a new direction to survive. And the last thing I would want to see is Nintendo to just disappear. Worst case scenario, please let them just be like a third-party game developer like Sega did. I don't want to see these IPs die. These are iconic characters that we grew up with. This is a company that was synonymous with gaming in the 80s and 90s, and to see them take such a tumble because they go like this and they don't want to listen is ridiculously disheartening, disappointing, and sad in my opinion. All right. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope that you got at least some, if not some information, some entertainment out of it. I'll be covering future news stories like this. So I hope that you enjoyed the interactivity. And that's about it. I'm back to work now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully for gameplay. And again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Oh man. Oof. I don't know. Comments. Oh my god, I love this. I love Ludwig's comment here. I know what you're going to say next. Let me guess. Munch. Oh my god, I love that comment. It's a bunny. Okay, but look at this fucking bun. Okay, so I'm there. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with Cleo. Let's give Cleo a carrot, dude. Fucking look. Pulls it right out of my hand and takes it away. Wow, Cleo. Wow. Oh my god. So I'm gonna try. We're gonna watch a little bit of the pre-stream today. If we can, if it's possible, if Twitch will let me. I don't know. OBS might be acting weird to me again. Proto Man, son. Oh my god, he kept the pre-stream, the streams from like Monday. Wow. He's very proactive in deleting his streams, dude. Well, what the?
Store for everybody here, including new store for everybody here, including
There you go. And since it's gonna be pre-stream slides, I'm gonna switch the format to this.
Alrighty, everybody. Hello.
Hello, I'm here, guys.
Hello, hello. What is going on, everyone?
Ta-da.
Welcome to the stream. I am back. Had my day off from streaming yesterday. It certainly was an interesting day. I'm going to talk a little bit about that here on the pre-stream for sure, because it was not a normal day for me. And who knows what's going to be considered normal moving forward at this point. I don't think anyone really knows. But I'm back today with full day of streaming here. Good stuff that you guys have wanted to see. We got a great streaming week in store for everybody here, including new game releases, multiple new game releases, which is great. In fact, there's so much going on this week that sadly I don't even want to get to everything that I want to get to. You know, like looking at the schedule, there's all these things that I want to do, and there's just so much going on right now in the realm of gaming that there's going to be games that I want to play this week that I'm not going to get to play.
Oh, okay. I was trying to
And,
use...
obviously I'd
oh.
rather be in that situation than be in a situation where there's like a gaming drought and there's nothing
Whatever.
going on. But it's certainly a little bit disappointing when I know there's so much that I would love to do and I just don't have time to do it, But we'll talk about that in a moment as I get to the gaming schedule. First thing I want to say is welcome, everyone. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone is healthy with everything going on in the world right now. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. And what is up? Hopefully good things. Or maybe my stream will bring you some good things, some happiness, a few laughs, some entertainment value. So let's talk a little bit, guys.
Well, it's gonna be sad.
Because I got so much to talk about today. I seriously do. I've got so much to talk about, okay? Just so you know, we're going to get to the schedule. The schedule is going to be thoroughly discussed so you guys know what to expect this week, including not only new releases, but the shifting of the schedule now because of something that we're doing later tonight that I wasn't originally planning on doing. Okay, guys? But let's talk. So, yesterday was my day off from streaming. Now, normally on my day off from streaming, I spend the day with my wife. We go out and we run errands, and we do various things, and we have some fun as well. It's our one day off a week we get to spend together.
No, I like how he tells us that he has fun on his day off, but every time he goes on his day off, oh man, let me tell you, it's not. We didn't have fun today, man. We wish you could have fun, man. Oh my god, oh my god, man. But now his day off is fun. You know what I mean?
No work relation at all. Yesterday was pretty different. Reason being, the coronavirus, obviously, and everything kind of.
Oh my god, look how fake this is. Okay, this whole thing with the buying situation has been a thing for weeks. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And every time he told us about it. Now, today, suddenly, it's like he never experienced it before. It really makes me wonder, because he's probably in a good neighborhood. I think he's in a good neighborhood up in Seattle where he's at. So part of me wonders if he even really had these shortages that people were experiencing. Because for me, for example, I didn't start experiencing these shortages until like last week. Because like around last week was when Connect started to notice that they've been having cases of the coronavirus. But before that, it was like nothing really changed until like last week or so. So like, now we're kind of experiencing it a little bit. But DSP has been going on like, oh my god, we can't fight till we get like this. But now it's something like this is brand new. Like he's just experiencing it. There's a delay when I hit play, so.
Everything, or at least in a limited capacity. So, yesterday, I was tasked with getting food for my family for the week.
My
We had
family.
nothing left in the house, okay? And I was incredibly nervous about how this was going to go down. Because from all the reports and from even what my wife had been telling me, because she had been working all week, she's like, I go to the grocery store, there's nothing there. The store's empty.
Now I like how we
Excuse
know. We know where she works because of the bankruptcy. But and then he tells us kind of like, my wife's been telling me because he's been working. Oh, well, go into the supermarket. I'll hear that again a little bit.
Just so you know, we're going to get to the schedule. The schedule is going to be thoroughly discussed so you guys know what to expect this week, including not only new releases, but the shifting of the schedule now because of something that we're doing later tonight that I wasn't originally planning on doing. Okay, guys? But let's talk. So, yesterday was my day off from streaming. Now, normally on my day off from streaming, I spend the day with my wife. We go out and we run errands and we do various things and we have some fun as well. It's our one day off a week we get to spend together and do stuff that's no work relation at all. Yesterday was pretty different. Reason being, the coronavirus, obviously, and everything kind of being shut down and everything, or at least in a limited capacity. So, yesterday, I was tasked with getting food for my family for the week. We had nothing left in the house, okay? And I was incredibly nervous about how this was going to go down. Because from all the reports and from even what my wife had been telling me, because she had been working all week, she's like, I go to the grocery store.
She's been working all week and she's been going to the grocery store. So she goes to the grocery store every day. You can tell she works at Fred Meyer DSP. We kind of know this already. Just saying, we know where she works thanks to the bankruptcy. You know what I mean?
There's nothing there. The store's empty. Excuse me. So I don't know how we're gonna get food for the week because there's like nothing there. Every section is semi-empty, if not completely empty, because of these people, panic buying because of the coronavirus and everything. Okay. Fair enough. So that being said, guys, I was nervous. I was incredibly nervous, and I was like, I don't even know what to do, in regards to what's gonna happen here. So I got up insanely early. Usually on my day off, I sleep in. Well, on my day off, I got up early. I was at the grocery store.
Now, I like how he tells us that he gets up early he got up early, guys. He got up really early, like 7 o'clock, man. But he wakes up, he starts the stream at like what? 10:15, music starts to play. So he gets up at like what, 9? And he's telling us that waking up at 7 is early. So when he sleeps in, so I guess his work day, so 9 o'clock is early because he's waking up for work. So does he sleep in till like 1 p.m.? Like that, huh?
A little bit after 8 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, on a Tuesday around 8 a.m.-ish, there were a lot of people at the grocery store. Obviously not as much as like a busy, nighttime kind of a deal, but there were a lot of people there. The good news was they had everything I wanted except for maybe 2 things. Of all the things that I needed for my shopping list for meals and supplies for the week, the only thing they really didn't have or didn't have a substitute for was a thing of crescent rolls to bake in your oven. You know, you can get those tubes of dough that you bake and you make crescent rolls. So we were going to make something new this week, some kind of like a Mexican bake my wife was going to try, but it takes crescent roll dough to do it.
I gotta say this. What the fuck is up with them in cooking like fucking Mexican meals? They either cook turkey burgers, chicken stir fry, or Mexican dishes or chicken. What is this menu? And then and if it's not any of those things, it's like comfort food or whatever the fuck, like New Orleans food or whatever. Like, did they not make anything else? Ugh.
Didn't have it. In fact, that whole case was like empty. They had none of that kind of baking stuff at all. But pretty much everything else that I needed, they had, including toilet paper. They actually had toilet paper. Now, did they have a ton? No. They did have more of the like generic X brand crap that most people hate. But I actually got a 6 pack of jumbo rolls of Charmin toilet paper. They had it. And surprisingly enough, I will say this, okay? I thought I was going to walk into the grocery store and it was going to be havoc. I thought you were going to have people who were going to be fighting over stuff.
Now, Leslie Phil would would have went to the supermarket a month in advance. I don't know. I don't even think Let's Say Phil would go that early to get food because food spoils. I mean, you can't get chicken a month ago to use for this one. Well, I mean, I guess you can. You could freeze it, but I mean, still. I think Let's Say Phil would go into the supermarket, get what he needs, and if he can't find what he needs, he'd deal with it. And he would be a grown up about it. He wouldn't come back on stream to be like, guys, I didn't get the food I want. He would have just been like, let's get into the games. He would not even tell us what he did in the day off because it's none of our business. And the only time he does tell us what's going on in his pre-stream is that on his day off is when when it benefits the stream. Like, oh man, on my day off, like that one time, dude, he went on on his day off. He got a green screen, man. Did you hear? He got a green screen on his day off. He told us about that because it benefited the stream and him. You know what I mean?
And yelling at each other. And
now this. It's like he watched one video on Twitter where people were fighting over toilet paper and was like, that must be what supermarkets are like. But dude, you're in like a good, he's probably in a nice neighborhood, probably. Two, probably the people in his community are probably like elderly. They're probably like, 50s to 80s, whatever the fuck. They're probably like in the older side. He even told us that in his complex it's older people. And those two things probably contribute, so no one is going to be fighting because they're old people. Like, the place that I'm at is like middle-aged people. I mean, there's very few people my age here. So when I go to the supermarket, I'm not seeing like a bunch of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds running around. But like he's probably in like this like elderly neighborhood, so no one's gonna be fighting over toilet paper because they're fucking old. They'll hoard and shit, but they're not gonna fucking do half the shit that he thinks that they're gonna do.
Snatching stuff that it was almost gonna be like chaos because people are panicking about the coronavirus and panic buying. But surprisingly enough, it was very civil. Everyone seemed to be being nice to each other.
Oh my god, it's civil! Oh my god, he was civil.
There was nothing like that. It seemed like there was more than enough stuff to go around for the stuff that people that were there. We were all buying what we wanted.
Like, who the fuck talks like this?
It wasn't as bad as I would say the media is making it out. That being said, guys, I was nervous. I was incredibly nervous, and I was like, I don't even know what to do.
He went to the fucking supermarket before. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is this? He told us before. Like he complained for weeks about the supermarket all the time. But now today it's like I was nervous going to the supermarket, man. I was really nervous. You went to the supermarket before.
In regards to what's going to happen.
And the other thing that's this clown world about this is that people, I mean, he went there like when they opened. Excuse me. He probably went when the place opened, so a lot of people that were probably there probably were like whatever, and people probably would probably get a little bit more antsy when you go there later in the day when it's literally like you start seeing less of stuff. Whatever. But like it's so lame. He's like, I'm so nervous, man. I don't know what I was gonna do, man. You went to the supermarket every week before, though. I thought DSP. Wait a second. Maybe he never went to the supermarket last week or the week before. Maybe Cat went, and Diasu was complaining because Cat was complaining. Maybe that's the case.
in here. So I got up insanely early. Usually on my day off, I sleep in. Well, on my day off, I got up early. I was at the grocery store a little bit after 8 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And surprisingly enough, on a Tuesday around 8 a.m. ish, there were a lot of people at the grocery store. Obviously, not as much as like a busy, nighttime kind of a deal, but there were a lot of people there. The good news was they had everything I wanted except for maybe two things. Of all the things that I needed for my shopping list for meals and supplies for the week, the only thing they really didn't have or didn't have a substitute for was a thing of crescent rolls to bake in your oven. You know, you can get those tubes of dough that you bake and you make crescent rolls. So we were going to make something new this week, some kind of like a Mexican bake my wife was going to try, but it takes crescent roll dough to do it. They didn't have it. In fact, that whole case was like empty. They had none of that kind of baking stuff at all. But pretty much everything else that I needed, they had, including toilet paper. They actually had toilet paper. Now, did they have a ton? No. They did have more of the like generic X brand crap that most people hate. But I actually got a 6-pack of jumbo rolls of Charmin toilet paper. They had it. And surprisingly enough, I will say this, okay? I thought I was going to walk into the grocery store and it was going to be havoc. I thought you were going to have people who were going to be fighting over stuff and yelling at
He believed the meme.
each other and snatching stuff, that it was almost going to be like, chaos.
Chaos, dude.
Because people are panicking about, the coronavirus and panic buying. But surprisingly enough, it was very civil. Everyone seemed to be being nice to each other. There was nothing like that. It seemed like there was more than enough stuff to go around for the people that were there. We were all buying what we wanted. It wasn't as bad as I would say the media is making it out.
No, again, like he based all of this annoyance and fear and all this stuff off the media. The media. Now, of course, the media's gonna focus on like the extreme stories because they want to show that. They want to show that look at what these people are doing. They're fighting over commodities because that's not something you see every day. The average person can kind of deduce from looking at the media is that, yeah, this is probably not widespread, but look at how this happened. Like, oh my
To
god.
be, and it wasn't as bad as say coming at night. Now here's the thing: I was there 8 in the morning, right? Grocery
Wait,
stores
what?
restock as bad as I would say the media is making it out to be, and it wasn't as bad as say coming at night. Now here's the thing: I was there 8 in the morning.
Wait. So was he going at night to the supermarket? Oh my god, like this I was thinking he was going to the supermarket in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever the fuck. Uh, period. But it seems they've been going to the supermarket at night, which is a bad idea anyway. If you go to any supermarket, no matter coronavirus or not, you're kind of getting the scraps that people left behind. I think it's just better when you go to the supermarket. You want to get there in the morning or in the afternoon.
Morning, right? Grocery stores restock overnight, and during the course of the day, as things come in, they restock. I'm absolutely sure that if you go in there around 1, 2 p.m., things start to get scarce. And the problem with that is when people see things running out, that's when they panic. That's when they panic.
So now he's saying that wait, oh my god. Oh, this is giving me a fucking headache, man. So now he's saying that the panic buying is because things naturally go out of stock. So people see things go out of stock, so they panic buy because they see things go out of stock? But that's not the case. Because things go out of stock all the time. How many times have you gone to the supermarket where you see empty shelves? How frequent do you see that? In the years and years and years of of going to the supermarket. How many times have you seen like shelves completely empty? You can see like portions of stuff being empty, sure. Like okay, they don't have like this brand of toilet paper. Okay, but they have this other brand of toilet paper. But these are like you're going there and you're seeing like aisles being empty. Like I went to like last week when this whole thing started, I was going to Whole Foods to just get sushi so I could go to the gym right after. I go to Whole Foods and I'm starting to see these massive lines. These massive lines I've never seen before. Like it's kind of clear that it's not that what's going on isn't normal. It's probably people are buying a lot of in bulk so that they can reduce how many times they have to go out because of the coronavirus. Yeah, they're buying a lot of stuff, but they're probably doing it so they don't have to go to the supermarket like every week in the future.
Buy. So I'm sure probably in the afternoon someone goes in there, oh my god, there's no toilet paper left. Oh man, I need this and this and this. Next thing you know, they're snatching everything off the shelf and they're stockpiling a bunch of stuff which they don't need to stockpile. Um, you see what I mean? And I think that I was there early enough that I avoided that whole issue, which was good. And I ended up getting enough for the week. And, you know, I bought a few extras, not hoarding at all, but basically I bought like 1 or 2 extra meals worth of frozen food. So that way, if anything goes wrong, I have a couple extra days of food. Like I said, I ended up getting everything. I was shockingly surprised at how much they had. I couldn't get the kind of pasta I wanted. I had to get a different kind of pasta, you know, stuff like that. But there was substitute items and everything. So it was good. And in reality, I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to have to wait in line for like an hour. I waited in line for 5 minutes before I checked out, and that was it. Like, wow.
Wow,
It was a
man.
complete opposite situation from what I was expecting. I thought I was going to have a horrendous time, and I was worried about fights and all kinds of
Now
stuff
the other
breaking out.
thing is that stocks always replenish. That's the other thing. That stocks will naturally replenish their stock. But the other thing is that probably at some point, and I was thinking about this in my head as well, is that there's gonna be a point where all this panic buying will stop naturally because you know people it I can't imagine I can't imagine people would go there every day to like the same people going into the store buying same toilet paper over and over and over, and then just like storing all this toilet paper in a closet. I just can't picture that because I mean you can only store so much. I mean, come on.
Out, and it was the complete and utter opposite. I was very, very happy about how it turned out. And quite frankly, everywhere that I went uh, yesterday, because I did have to go other places. I had other things I had to get, other supplies. I had an appointment I had to make. Um, Everywhere I went, people were being very civil and nice to each other. And it actually made me feel good. It actually, at a time when like everything is being panicked and everything
Oh, it
is
made me
really
feel good,
shitty.
man. People are being polite. Dude, you're probably around old people. Like, when I went to the supermarket today, I wasn't like, oh my god, these people, oh my god. Probably if I go to, like, a bad part of town, I'd probably be more on edge, but not where I'm at. Ugh, come on.
It actually made me feel really good. Um, because it made me feel a little bit more like, confident in the positivity of the human race. Um,
Now
and
look how fucking wheelchair this is. Man, this made me think of the human race, man. I felt good. This wasn't like a zombie apocalypse at all. It's not like The Walking Dead, man. Where I have to be afraid of humans. Oh my god, like oh god, oh man.
and it made me feel like maybe people aren't as panicked as people are making out. Like maybe there are panicked people, but these are not the logical people, right? These are the idiots who are going out there in the middle of the day or late in the day and they wonder why the store's empty and then they freak out. And those are the people who are making the news. Those are the people, you know what I mean? It seems like if you just act with a level head, you do things rationally and logically, everything's fine. You know, don't go to the store at 8 at night and expect it to be stocked. Go at 8 in the morning. You know, duh.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but like they've been going to the supermarket at that time for years and they've never seen empty shelves. Like this is so fucking retarded. This is so dumb. He doesn't understand that. Because, like, uh, and then I guarantee if all these people realize that, right? Let's say all the people that went at night realize, oh, wait a second, it restocks the daytime, and then they go early in the morning, and then they take all of the stuff. What's then what, DSP? Oh man, I realize if we go Monday morning, everything's good. They should be like fucking geniuses, right? This is so dumb, and he doesn't understand like how like what are the odds? What are the odds that you would go the same time that you've been to the supermarket in years to suddenly see aisles empty? What are the odds on a normal occasion?
Now, here's something that I found. Okay, I was curious about a few things, and one of the places that I actually went into, just on curiosity's sake, yesterday, I went into a liquor store because I was wondering during a time like this, are people panicking and running and buying liquor and everything? No, in fact, it was the opposite. And if you can believe it, the liquor store that I went into had a giant pallet of bottles of water just sitting there in the.
Now, okay. So we've been with DSP, right? He was complaining, I won't be able to find my bottle of water, man. I won't be able to find my bottle of water. He goes to a liquor store, sees that it's bottles of water. Why didn't he buy the bottled water there? He saw the bottle of water, doesn't buy it. Makes sense.
Middle of the store, literally just sitting there unbought. So it's hilarious because the grocery store had no water at all. The liquor store was massively stocked with bottles of water, and no one went in there to buy it. Probably because no one even thought about going in there. So I didn't buy any anyway.
Yeah, because how many people go to the liquor store to get groceries? Oh man, I went to the liquor store. They had water. No one thought about going to the liquor store, man. Yeah, because you don't go to the liquor store for your groceries. All right, I'm gonna go to the gotta get some groceries, guys. I'm gonna go to the grocery store that's near me, and I'm gonna go to the liquor store that's across the street. I'm gonna go to that because I need to go to the liquor store. It's groceries. Does DSP think about what he says when he speaks? He doesn't think about it. He doesn't think at all that like why would he go to a liquor store to get groceries?
I'm going to tell you, for the first day here, this is day one of something new, guys. I've gone back to filtered water, which I didn't used to do. I was doing bottled water for years here. But I used to do filtered water years ago, back in the day, when I used to originally do my YouTube videos, when I was a YouTuber. I had a Brita pitcher that I used to filter water, and I drank filtered water all day long. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, today's a momentous occasion. For those on pre-stream, take a look at your screens right now. Well, oops. Uh-oh.
Okay, hold on. I want to show you this. Look at this. I just noticed this, guys. He got a new back pillow. This guy got a new back pillow. And I know what you guys might be saying. Theo, 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 Theo. Come on, dude. Come on, man. How do you know? Look at the color.
Well, that's not good.
It's a light blue. Now he had a dark blue one. Now, okay, first he had a gray one, right? Then he got a dark blue one. And it's like, okay, maybe he had to get a new one because the black one was aged a lot, whatever. Then he buys a third one sooner. He changed this one faster than the other. But he's still money, guys. He can't afford it. He can't afford the new games, man. He needs $120 to buy Doom and Animal Crossing, man. He needs to buy both those games. Incredible.
I'm going to have to test that because it should be working right now and it's not.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why it's not working. That's not good. I may have to restart my computer or something to get it to work again. Or you know what it might be? I know exactly what it is.
That's a brand new...
Unplugged. Holy shit. Hold on a second, guys.
The cord was unplugged. Wow. Yeah, it's a new one. Look at that shit. He got a new back cushion. Wow. Wow, man. You gotta do that, man. Wow.
That would probably
If
be
he
our
put
most
half the
working
budget he put into his grandpa back,
It's gonna work
back
like this, I don't
clothes,
know.
he could probably afford a new keyboard. Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Oh my god, Lynn, good
I
point.
may have to restart my stream setup.
He can afford the new back pillows, but can't afford a keyboard. Incredible.
In order to get that to work. Because yesterday I cleaned my office. I'm going to talk all about this. Yesterday I cleaned my office, and while we were cleaning, a few things plugged and unplugged, and my capture device is one of the things that unplugged. I don't know if there's a way to refresh it on the fly. I don't think so. I don't think there's a way to like refresh the capture device on the fly without completely restarting my computer or restarting the capture setup and maybe the computer. I don't know.
You
Looking
could.
right now, I don't see it.
Oh my god, there's. Oh my god, how come
Whoa,
I.
okay, it might be working. Hold on.
Dude, Dude, I capture my games on a fucking Mac. A Mac! And I don't. And I can fix problems quicker. Oh my god. Big ups to my Mac,
Well,
man.
there we go. Haha!
Haha, dude.
Look at that, on the fly fixing. Very nice.
Whoa.
Okay, but anyway.
Good job, man.
One of the things I wanted to show you, by the way, the camera's not centered right. See, I told you, I cleaned my office and everything's kind of discombobulated and screwed up.
That's actually a better place to have your
For the
camera,
first time
TBH.
in many, many, many years, ladies and gentlemen, today's a momentous occasion. The return of the Stein.
Whoa.
Yes, the Stein that used to appear.
No, I love that he got the Stein. He has a mug he sells to his fans, right? He used to drink out of a mug that he sold to his fans. But why use that when you have the Stein that he can't sell you?
In my videos, over the past decade or more, the Stein returns today because I'm drinking filtered water. Alright? Pretty cool.
Whoa.
You can't even get this Stein anymore. This used to be available on a cafe press shop that I used to have open years and years ago. No longer exists anymore. But
Wait a
the Dark
second.
Side Phil Stein has...
Wait a second. Hold up. Hold the phone. Wait. DSP Cafe Press. Let's see. What the fuck? Hmm. What the fuck? Uh. What the fuck? Uh. Wow. This is not convenient at all to search through. Oh my god. The King of Hate Cafe Press. Oh my god. It has to exist somewhere. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hmm. DSP Cafe Press. Maybe that's gonna.
Hey everyone, it's...
Wow, actually, he's correct. Holy shit, you can't find it anymore. Whoa. Feels bad, man.
returned. I'll be drinking from the Stein starting today. And also, the Mio water that I drink every day, which is basically just water with Mio in it, which has like flavoring and stuff. I'm going to be drinking out of a thermos now. So no more bottles and bottle crunches, at least for the foreseeable future, because I'm basically changing up the way that I'm drinking, water during my streams, which isn't a huge deal for you guys, but it's a lifestyle change for me. Like I said, when I first started, all right, I can turn this off now. When I first started streaming, when I first started doing YouTube videos, I was doing filtered water, Brita filtered water in a Brita pitcher. Now, I liked that, but for some odd reason, over time, it started giving me heartburn. I have no idea why. Maybe it's just because my stomach was having problems or whatever. But I would actually start to get heartburn drinking that water during streams. So I changed to bottled water, and then I never had that issue ever again. So I've been drinking bottled water for upwards of 5+ years here on streams, and that's how we got the bottle crunch emote and all of that. But now, being that
No
you
one
can't
likes.
get
Oh
bottled
my
water
god.
anymore due to the coronavirus and people panic buying bottled water for some reason, I decided to get a filtration system. So I do. It's pure, as in PUR, pure filtration system.
Now again, he lives in Seattle. You can't drink the tap water in Seattle? Seattle? Why does he, like, this guy falls for every marketing scheme imaginable. I can't drink tap water, guys. I need to purify it. Do you live in, like he thinks he lives in fucking, like, Flint, Michigan.
And I started using it last night, and the water, it tastes great. And the system seems to be pretty effective. I like it. So I'm going to be using Pure moving forward. And obviously, I'll let you guys know, how I like it in the long term. But, good stuff. So I'll be drinking, out of the Stein and Mio water in the morning. That's nothing like what I have, not in a bottle anymore. No more bottle crunches, basically. The bottle crunches are going to be abolished from streams. I'm going to be using this filtration system moving forward. And that also means that, no bottles, no bottled water, no bottles. So there you go. Okay. So anyway, I thought it was funny. Like I said, I walked into this liquor store and they had freaking tons of bottled water. Tons. All right. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. No, I'm not going to lie. I also bought a little bit of liquor. I got some rum while I was in there. I'm not going to lie to all of you. I bought some rum while I was in there. Haven't had rum in a while.
I thought you couldn't afford rum, DSP. I thought you can't afford liquor. I thought you don't drink a lot anymore, man. Why are you buying alcohol?
Nice rum and coke every once in a while is something relaxing that I like to do. So I got some rum. See? People say, oh, he was lying. He went in there, he didn't buy anything. No, of course I got something. I got some rum, okay? So, but that was funny to me. I was like, dude, there's so much water in there. A whole giant pallet of it. And by the way, I have to say this too. What is the difference? I have to ask this question. What is the difference between bottled water and seltzer water? Okay.
Okay, I get. What's the difference between bottled water and seltzer water? Are you fucking serious? Okay. For the sake of comedy, I'll explain seltzer water because I drink seltzer water and bottled water. Okay, it's gonna blow you guys' minds. It's gonna normal water. This is normal water. You drink it, yippee. Seltzer water you can have like taste. It has like texture to it because it has bubbles in it. It's like kind of like carbonated. It's like drinking soda but with water. If you're like if you're trying to break away from soda, I would recommend seltzer because it kind of gives you the same kind of sensation, almost. Uh, so there's that. That's one thing. The other thing is that you get more gassy with seltzer water. Like it also makes you fart a lot because of all the gas. You know what I mean? And I just love how DSP doesn't know that. He's like, what's the difference between seltzer water and bottled water? Gee, DSP, I don't know. It's a mystery. We'll never figure it out.
Because every store had seltzer water. Every
So
single store.
why didn't you buy seltzer water, DSP? I mean, so he's shitting on people for not buying for buying his precious bottled water. Okay, DSP, why didn't you buy the seltzer water? There's no difference, why didn't you buy the seltzer water when you needed water, buddy? Like this is so like annoying how he's so negative to everyone else over this. But man, fuck you! I'm not getting seltzer water like a peon. I want my precious bottle of water. I'm not taking seltzer water. That's for the peons. Only detractors drink seltzer water. It's also great with very strong espressos. Keep the stomach settled. Yeah, like it's good. I like seltzer water. I mean, it's all good. I like the flavors too. Like I got this one's cranberry lime, pretty good. So
I went to had carbonated water. Every one. Isn't that just as good as bottled water?
then why didn't you buy it?
Why are people only hoarding the plain bottled water?
Why didn't you
But
buy
they're
seltzer
not
water
buying
then?
the other water that's right in front of your face. It's the same shit, only it has bubbles in it, right? So if anything,
Like he
you've
does
proved
this, but
there's no logic to anything.
you didn't buy seltzer water, DSP. Why didn't you buy it? If there's no difference, why didn't you buy it?
It's just it is panic buying. It's exactly what it is. It's stupidity. Now in addition to that, my wife made a very interesting observation yesterday.
Oh my god. Guys, are you ready for this? Cat made an observation. I like how he talks about his wife like she's like his daughter, like a special like she's like special needs. All right, guys. My wife, she had it. She made a startling revelation, guys. Wait to hear this. She's very smart. She's very intelligent.
She says, I can understand the panic buying with bottled water. People are thinking society's going to shut down. You can't get clean water anymore, right? I can understand the panic buying with toilet paper. You want to wipe your ass. And if you're shutting yourself in, you might think, I'm not going to go out for a while. I want to buy as much toilet paper as I can so I can wipe my ass. All right? But
that's stupidity,
here's
DSP.
a question. All right? Why on earth are people panic buying hand sanitizer? Okay?
Now this is just the epitome of stupidity. Just think about it. Why are people buying hand sanitizers? Oh my god.
You might say, well, it's because you want to keep your hands clean. You don't want to catch the coronavirus, right?
Right.
I don't think people understand how hand sanitizer works. All right? The reason that you would buy a ton of hand sanitizer is because you want to keep your hands clean so you don't catch the coronavirus. But if you're self-quarantining, if you're hand sanitizer, it's because you want to keep your hands clean so you don't catch the coronavirus. But if you're self-quarantining, if you're panic buying so you can hoard and stay home, you're not leaving your house.
The reason why people are probably buying them is because maybe they have to go out, DSP. And of course, like what's really dumb about this, and it just floors me that they don't think at all. It seems maybe the people who are buying it do plan on going out because they do have to go to work. Some people still have to go to work, DSP. Hospitals, the doctors still have to go to the hospital to do work. People still have to go to work, DSP. That's why they probably bought a lot, because they have to go to work still during this. And I love the assumption that everyone that's panic buying must mean that they're planning to self-quarantine themselves. What kind of logic is that? This is so dumb. It's so dumb. No one fucking does this. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't self-quarantining only for people who might have came in contact with someone with the coronavirus, not for people who had no contact with anyone? But it doesn't make any sense. Because even then, like, you have to go out, like my mom called me earlier to ask me, hey Theo, are you gonna go fill up your car with gas? And I was like, well, I haven't gone to yet. And she's like, well, when you go, be sure to like bring like a rag or something and not touch the handle of the pump, in case someone who was sick might have touched it. Just don't touch the pump. Get something else. And I was like, okay. So that's a good reason to have hand sanitizer. You still have to go out of the house. Even if you're self-quarantining yourself, you still have to leave the house for other things.
You're not going into environments where the coronavirus exists, therefore you don't need the hand sanitizer. If you're self-quarantining, you're the person on the planet who needs this hand sanitizer the least. If anything, it should be people who have to go out every day for work or whatever.
There's so many people that have jobs, DSP, so many people. You don't think that the people who are buying the hand sanitizers are buying it to go to work? Massive wheelchair symbol for this. Massive. You're really that dumb? You're really that dumb, Cat? Really? Cat must be really special, you know what I mean?
Those are the people who should be hoarding the hand sanitizer, not the people who are quarantining.
How do you know they're
does it make any
quarantining?
sense that these idiots are buying a million things of hand sanitizer? No.
But how do you know? How do you know that? How do you know they're buying the hand sanitizers, dumbass?
The other thing I should say is I am happy that now finally stores are limiting your purchase. Every store I went to yesterday had a sign that basically said,
Oh, God. And then he tells us that they limited purchases in Seattle. My God. Oh my God. What the fuck? For weeks, he has been whining about not finding stuff in stores and all this other stuff that was clearly they didn't prepare for those weeks. Now, like, stores are preparing for this. So now he's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, man. The media is blowing out of proportion. The media was reporting stuff weeks and weeks ago, dumbass. So of course they're not going to be up to date for what's going on this current week if you're basing your logic on old stories. Oh my God, DSP, you're a fucking idiot. Do you think?
said, sorry, cleaning supplies, toilet paper, hand soap, hand sanitizer, it's all limited to like 1, 2, or 3 items per person. They weren't allowing people to walk out with insane, giant fucking stacks of this stuff because people are so fucking dumb that they're hoarding and panicking, you know. So that was a good thing. And obviously that's going to help in the long run. If you're limiting what people can buy, then they're not going to be able to hoard it, and people who need it are going to be able to get it. So I was very happy with that. And in reality, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be at all. Okay. And Kat and I actually tried DoorDash for the first time because you can't go to restaurants to eat anymore. They're all closed to business for you to.
Now another meme. He yelled at his chat. Oh my God, I gotta find the stop spreading misinformation. God damn it. Okay, maybe misinformation will get it. With misinformation machine what? What? Is it a game quote or a DSP quote?
Spread panic over nothing with misinformation and shit. Down the whole fucking state. Maybe there'll be curfews. Join quick. Stop spreading panic. I've not heard about everything in Washington State closing down. It's not possible. How would people eat if they can't get food? Think about what you're saying.
They're not closing everything down, idiot. Stop spreading misinformation. Stop spreading panic. They're not closing things down.
Maybe there'll be curfews in place. They've actually done curfews in other states, supposedly, I've heard. Which is like after 9 p.m. everything will close. Which that I understand. But no, they're not closing down the whole fucking state. How would you survive?
How would you survive, idiot?
I hate when people spread panic over nothing with misinformation and shit. Thank you, Dark Side Chris, who subscribed for 3 months. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, there's no panic. They didn't lock everything down. Well, all the restaurants, they're closed. You can't go to restaurants anymore. I thought nothing closed down, DSP. Why are you spreading misinformation, idiot?
To be able to sit down and eat inside, but many restaurants are staying open for delivery or takeout. And, you know, we wanted to see what was available, so we actually got DoorDash from a restaurant, and it worked out pretty well. In fact, what we found out is that DoorDash is pretty much free. although some places blatantly lie. So I'll give you an example. Sometimes you'll go to a restaurant and it'll say free delivery from DoorDash, and you order, and everything's fine. And then another time it'll say free delivery from DoorDash, and you go to order and you realize the prices are way more expensive than they are in the real menu. Like, I'll give you an example. There was a place that I know for a fact that the appetizer that we ordered from them normally would be like $3 to $4, but if you order it from DoorDash, it's $4.71. What?
Yeah, you're not paying for the delivery. You're pretty much tipping the driver with that. It's including the tip.
Did you ever go to a restaurant and you
Uh,
saw a menu item that ended in 71 cents? Obviously not. So what they did is they used some proprietary formula that's built into the DoorDash, system to artificially, increase the prices so that you're paying more, even though they claim it's free delivery, you're paying more on the base price of what you're ordering anyway, so they make money. See? So, DoorDash, it was good. It worked well.
It is
The
not-
only problem I have with
whatever.
it is you can basically have your order, it looks like it's available, and then it's not. So we actually ordered from one place, and within an hour, they canceled our order and basically said, oh, this place isn't actually doing takeout food now. It's like, then why are they listed? Oh, because normally they do it, but, they decided not to open during this whole panic.
so that's not really the app's fault then, because oh my god, I don't.
Okay. So then we ordered from somewhere else, and it was fine.
Oh my god.
Luckily, we had ordered way ahead of time so that it wasn't a big deal. But it was interesting, to say the least. They showed up, a little early, actually. We had ordered it for a certain time, and it showed up like 15 minutes early. So we actually weren't... in reality, we were vacuuming my office when the guy shows up with the food. We were like, oh, shit. We didn't even hear him. We ran downstairs because at first we couldn't hear him ringing the doorbell because he showed up early. But it was nice. The food was good, no complaints. It worked well. Certainly DoorDash is like an antisocial thing because you're never going out, right? Like when my wife and
I love how and now, wow, this is petty for me, I guess. But I like it's like, oh, it's antisocial to order DoorDash. Fuck you. like, like people use DoorDash for multiple reasons. Maybe they don't want to go out. Maybe they like to stay inside. Maybe they're having a romantic night and they don't want to leave. And he's like, oh, it's antisocial to do it this way. Fuck you, boomer. What a boomer take on that. Oh well, doing DoorDash is antisocial, man.
I like to go out, the one day a week we get to go out, we like going to a restaurant and sitting down in an
Now,
atmosphere.
wait a second. Now, someone told him that he's being antisocial for playing video games as a job, whatever. Is I'm not being antisocial. I'm talking to you guys every day. But how's DoorDash antisocial? You're interacting with people regardless, DSP.
That's not our own kitchen or dining room, and enjoying food out in a nice atmosphere. Like, that's part of the experience of going out and having a good, relaxing day. And we obviously couldn't do that yesterday, and we're not going to be able to do that for the foreseeable future. So it's still nice to be able to get the food, though.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
So, it was an interesting day for sure. I got everything I needed safely, with little stress. Although I had to be up super early to do it, it took a lot of weight off my back. I was able to go around yesterday and do the things I needed to do. I bought this pure water filtration system for the house. I had an appointment I had to make, all that. By the way, no, I wasn't out all day because people, oh, Phil, you were so irresponsible. You're out all day. I wasn't. I went to the grocery store. I came home, and then we went out again after a little bit for a few hours, probably like 3. You were so irresponsible. I bought this pure water filtration system for the house. I had an appointment I had to make, all that. By the way, no, I wasn't out all day because people, oh, Phil, you were so irresponsible. You're out all day. I wasn't.
What? It's irresponsible. Whatever.
I went to the grocery store. I came home, and then we went out again after.
Oh, I guess it's irresponsible because they could catch the coronavirus, I guess. Now, no one understand. Well, they don't understand, I should say, because I think you guys understand. You guys seem pretty smart, but the only way you could get the coronavirus. Oh, You know what? I'll do a video on that Minecraft stream. But on this Minecraft stream, he just thinks naturally touching your face is going to give you the coronavirus. It only gives you the coronavirus if you touch an unknown fucking surface. Like if I go to the gas station, I touch the handle, then I take my hand, do this. After I touch the handle, I'm probably going to get the coronavirus. But if I touch the handle, I use hand sanitizer to do this, I wash my hands, then touch my face, probably going to be fine. But okay.
Bit for a few hours, probably like 3 hours, I would say, just to go out and do what we needed to do. And then we came right back home and we spent most of the day at home, which is very different. Usually on our days off, it's a day out and about all day long. We're going to and fro and doing all this stuff. And obviously, can't do that when most of the stuff is closed.
What about the
they don't
dump?
want you out. They want you at home, right?
What about the dumps, dude?
So it was fun, although it was very different, all right, than a normal day. So there you go. I hope that that was entertaining to you guys. That was my day off, all right? My next day off is going to be Tuesday of next week.
Now, it's funny he says Tuesday next week will be his day off. So either Rochelle told him, hey, you don't have a court date next week. The state pushed it all back, whatever, which probably happened. I mean, I kind of I was kind of expecting that. So it was either that, or he's going to plan on being like, oh, I'm sick on Thursday, guys. I can't do a stream. And then he was doing the court date. But they probably delayed the court date till April because of this whole thing. So that's probably what it is.
So, yeah, Tuesday next week, next day off, another adventure. Fair enough. Okay.
But there
now
hasn't
let's talk about this
been
week,
an
guys,
update
'cause,
on the
cool,
new
this
date,
week's going to be
though, or
interesting and
whatever.
very different with new releases and all kinds of stuff. And like I said, because of some schedule changes, I believe we're in the midst of doing high stance style. I don't really like the low stance. Haven't really messed around. Okay, so Throwback Street Fighter on Thursday night.
Coronavirus.
Okay. Friday, 2 giant premieres. It's going to be very... What can I do, right? All right, so that's the week. Let's read
What?
how it's going to play or whatever, but everyone's telling me it's a really great chill game. Like, to hang out with an audience and talk and interact and have fun.
Oh.
What can I do, right? I like... it's all right. I'm not in love with it, but at the same time, I'm learning, and I'm enjoying learning with the game and getting better. And now it looks like I don't even know when the hell I'm going to have time to go back
Oh,
to it,
Grand
you know?
Blue.
If this had released a month earlier...
Oh my god, again he's saying like, oh, well, they should have released earlier, man. But he told us when the game came out that it was perfect timing. I'm waiting for that Tevin video where he goes through all the hype pre-streams for Grand Blue, and then after the hype. Oh man, that's gonna be hype, dude.
In the summer, if this had released at a better time frame window for a fighting game, because I'm in this office all day and it's disgusting, full of dust and dirt and shit. But now it's clean, 100%. So hopefully this will lend to a better experience on streams, and you know
What? A clean office is gonna lead to...
It was clean when I moved in.
Okay.
I probably cleaned it 2 years after I moved in, and the last time I thoroughly cleaned this room, no lie, was 2 years ago when Kat moved in with me. We cleaned the whole house.
So every 2 years
And we
he
cleaned
cleans
my
his
room at that
office.
point.
That's pretty
For
much
2
what...
years I've been working
That's
my
literally what he's telling us. He's gonna clean the office every 2 years.
ass off here streaming for you guys every day and never had a chance to thoroughly clean the room. So finally did it.
I thought the days off was supposed to
And
be
someone
that
actually
time,
made fun of me
though.
last night on Twitter. Fair enough. They said, so let me get this straight. It took a global pandemic for you to take the time to clean your office. I was like, I mean, yeah, matter of fact,
Yeah.
that's what happened. And probably the next time
Yeah,
I'll
man.
clean it. I said, maybe if the aliens land on Earth, I'll have a chance to maybe like redesign how the office works and rotate stuff around.
I thought you can't... Wait. Now you can change the way the office looks? I thought you can't do that. He told us before, I can't change how the office looks, man, because of all the internet is set up and all that. But now he's telling us that you can change how the office looks? What the fuck are you smoking?
You know, that's how busy I am. Every day I'm here streaming. I don't have a downtime because the day off that I have, typically, as I told you guys, I'm out and about. The only reason I couldn't do that yesterday was because they're not letting people be out and about, right? Everything was half closed. So, you know, I couldn't really do much on my day off. So I was home to clean and stuff. But that's how busy my life is most of the time. Just, you know, it's crazy flying around doing shit. And I certainly don't have time to do anything on days that I'm streaming. Alrighty then, guys. Okay. So, one final thing, and then we'll get to the next segment of the pre-stream, which is pretty important today, and I'll explain why in a moment. Subscriber goal for the month. Subscribers have dipped significantly. If you haven't noticed, at one point we were over 675 subs. We're down to 603. This is not surprising. We had a significantly long amount of time without new releases. Okay. And we already hit the subscriber goal tier 1 for the month, which is the Viewer's Choice event, which you guys are nominating games for right now, and thank you to those who have. And the tier 2 goal was very close. In fact, at one point we had about 700 subs. We were only about 20 away from hitting the tier 2 subscriber goal, which if you don't know what it is, if we hit 725 subs this month, that means that 2 games will be played from Viewer's Choice and become full playthroughs. The first and second place games in the poll.
No, I like how this is...
Okay. Reason I did that is because, number one...
I like how negative this is going to be. This is going to be a very toxic segment. I'm going to turn on the lights. Hold on. You know what I mean? Gotta turn on the lights. Gotta light up the room. There, the room is lit. Oh.
Past few months that I did Viewer's Choice, the past few months that I did subscriber goals, people were upset that I hit the goal right away and I didn't do a tier 2 goal. So I said, okay, this month I'll set it up per popular demand. In addition to that, the last few times I did Viewer's Choice, people were disappointed that the second place game didn't get played because usually the polling's really close. And so because of that, people were like, second place game didn't get played. This sucks. So...
Who said this?
You know, that's why I added it as a tier 2 goal that we'd play both games, first and second place in the poll. Sadly, we are over 100 subs away at this point, guys. I mean, I'm going to be realistic. It would take a miracle at this point. Like, how are we going to get 125 subs in, like, a week and a half? I mean, maybe there'll be some hype. Maybe people will come in here for Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing and, you know...
Look how negative this is. And he thinks that this isn't going to guilt people to give him more money or anything, right? He's literally just saying, like, oh, well, you know, we were 100 plus subs away. I don't think we kind of hit it. Like, come on.
People will be excited and want to sub or whatever, but, you know, I can't make you sub. I'm certainly not going to sit here and yell at you for not subbing if you're not subbed. That's ridiculous.
This isn't yelling at them, though?
I appreciate the incredible amount of support you guys already give me. I can't complain at all. I don't know why people aren't subbing, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a 600 subs. By the way, 600 subs is great for this channel. On average, you know, from what I'm going to understand, I don't know because I don't look at numbers. People tell me I usually have between 300-400 viewers a stream. So the fact that I have 600 subs means that basically there are people that come for certain kinds of game.
No. It means that people just give subs to random people. So it's Clown World. Because you're telling me when he plays a different game, a game that no one, like, is brand new. He's not gonna get 600 people on stream. Like, this is fucking Clownland. No, people just gift subs to random people. His sub count maintains that way because people gift subs every day. They gift 1 sub every day.
Don't come for every stream. You see what I mean? And so I'm happy to have 600 people supporting me with subscriptions. That's a great number. In no way am I complaining. But, you know, the reason we had the tier 2 sub goal set up was because you guys asked for it. And
no one asked for it, though. Who asked for it? I'm not seeing anyone ask for, can we have a tier 2 sub goal? They only mention it when he does a tier 2 sub goal. He did a tier 2 sub goal for the Halloween marathon shit. And I guarantee he's going to do the same thing. He's going to say, well, I'm not going to do tier 2 goals anymore. He's going to do one for Halloween this year. I guarantee it.
Wanted more than one game to be Viewer's Choice. And now here we are, way away from hitting the tier 2 goal. So maybe this is a failed experiment. Maybe from now on I just do the tier 1 goal and that's it. Because I hate to say it, but when we don't hit a goal, it kind of disheartens certain people, which they shouldn't be. You shouldn't be disheartened just because
this is kind of shitty, though. Because, like, he's saying that, well, I guess I can't do tier 2 goals anymore. Why not just do tier 2 goals? Maybe the tier 2 goal you had sucked. Why not just try to spice up the tier 2 then? Why just give up on it because of one bad month? He retries all these other, like, sub goals that fail, but he won't retry some certain ideas. This is just retarded.
Well, that's ridiculous, especially if it's a stretch goal like this. We already hit our main goal um, with subs this month. That's a great positive. But then people were like, "Oh, look, Phil didn't hit his tier 2 subs goal this month. That's horrible, and it means that everything bad's happening." It's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all.
Then there you go. That's why he doesn't want to do it, because he doesn't want to be made fun of. He's so insecure about this. Like back when he used to have back when the sub count used to be a checkman for everyone to use, he removed it to make it only mods only, because people kept highlighting that he dipped in subs, and he's like, "Look, everyone's using the sub command to spam it to make you see that I have less subs, man." But now, well, I guess I can't do tier 2 goals, man, because people are gonna make fun of me. This guy says he doesn't care about what detractors think and all this other stuff. Really care when people are like, "Whoa, man, his sub count's so low, man. Whoa."
Well, some people take it that way, right? They're looking for like smashing ultimate victory every month, which isn't going to happen.
Aren't you looking for
anyway,
that?
Guys,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Please consider subbing if you haven't. All right, you get many benefits out of subbing, as you guys know. If we do hit the subscriber goal, great. I'd be very happy. Obviously, it would help me out a ton, and we do a tier 2, reward of 2 games being viewers' choice playthroughs. But there's really not much I can say about it. It is what it is, right? So there you go. All right, guys. So now, guys, thank you very much for listening to that very long first segment of the pre-stream. Let's move on to the gratuitous plugs, all right? Now, today I'm going to skip talking about things like my Patreon and my Teespring and stuff, because you guys know about all that. Right now, I'm going to be very honest with all of you. If you guys like the streams, and you like the fact that I upload my videos to YouTube, you like everything going on, you feel that I'm bringing you some entertainment value and joy during a time when everyone kind of really needs it, please consider, contributing to the streams. It helps out. It allows me to keep doing this for a living. Okay? I'm going to say this up front. It's not mandatory that you contribute at all. My streams are free to watch on Twitch. They always have been and always will be. I consider it going above and beyond being a standard stream viewer to actually contribute to my streams, and I appreciate every single person that contributes in any way. Excuse me. Whether that means that you actually contribute, in a way that I'm about to describe, or it means you just hang out with me and have a good time on stream. It's all appreciated. That's part of the experience. I'm a lifetime gamer. It's been my hobby as well as my job for 9 years, but it's been my hobby my whole life. And I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized them. I would continue to stream in the future if I couldn't make money doing it in some limited capacity, but I would do it because I love it so much. Gaming, like I said, it's my passion. And that's why I do it. I'm not here for a paycheck. It's always been my philosophy. If I'm putting out a positive, fun stream, you guys are enjoying it, then the support will come. You know what I mean? It's not about, any kind of support, financial or otherwise, before putting out a good stream. Okay? So that's not the case. I'm almost done with my Mio water. It's funny because I can't tell anymore because I'm drinking it out of this mug. And I can't actually see how much I have in it. It's kind of odd to not be able to look and see how much I have because I'm so used to drinking a bottle of water, right? But anyway,
whoa, man.
All right. If you like my streams, if you like what I do, you want to be supportive, you want to help out with everything, please consider contributing in one of the ways I'm about to outline. Today, I'm going to focus in on ways you can contribute during a live stream because I think those are more important. So today, if you want to get a shout out during the stream, if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me, all right, I'm going to give you a live shout out to say thank you. I'm going to update the leaderboard with things like the top cheerer and top tipper of the stream, because those things are very much appreciated. If you are a top cheerer of the week or you gift subs, there are 2 other leaderboards that automatically update on Twitch itself that I'm going to read out and give thanks for as well. But in particular, if you want to help me out the most right now, guys, being very honest, please tip me today. So here's the deal. This week coming up is going to be very financially challenging for me. Here's why. In 1 week's time, I have to pay one particular bill that's due now, and they're saying I have to pay it, okay? I have to buy 2 games for Friday, which I can't afford yet, so I'm hoping to raise enough funds today and tomorrow to do that. I also have to raise enough funds to do my errands and stuff next week, like grocery shopping and stuff. I have to raise a lot of money in the next 6 days on streams. And tipping me helps me with that, because tips is support that I get immediately, okay? When you tip me, I can put it towards all those things I just described. Very matter of factly. I immediately get that support, and it allows me to pay the bill, buy the games, get groceries. See what I mean? So please consider tipping me today if you can. Please do. I appreciate all other forms of support. They all help in the long term, but they all have processing time. Tipping has no processing
Whoa,
time. I get
processing
that right
time.
away.
That's stupid.
So please, guys, if you
Fuck
can help
you,
out today with
processing
tipping, please
time.
do. I really need to support the next few days. Just to, first of all, to just afford the games for Friday, but then on top of that, raising funds for next week. So I really need to help if you guys can. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So let's talk about that. If you'd like to tip, there's two ways you can do it. You can look below the stream, or you can type exclamation point tip into the stream chat. That takes you to my PayPal tips page. On that page, you can either tip me via a registered PayPal account, or you can use a major debit or credit card to make a payment like anything else on the internet. If you don't see those options available, you have to reload that page on a full desktop version of the site, okay? Which means if you're on a mobile device, oh man, I don't see the option, to tip via credit card. You have to reload the full desktop version, all right? Or just jump on a desktop PC and it should load it automatically because I just checked that last week and it was working on my laptop. So, now, a PSA, everyone. If you're thinking of contributing today, I beg of you, please do what you can to protect the real world. That's kind of the major point of my chill stream.
I just want to skip
come
ahead
relax
a
and
little
have
bit.
fun. Enjoy. These people exist. They regularly make up shit and say nasty shit about me, and I'm not going to address any of them because there's no point. To do that, number one, derails my streams and takes away from the positivity, and number two, it gives them undue attention they don't deserve. So I'm well aware these people exist. I don't need to know specifically who's saying what about me on a certain day or who's illegally restreaming and stealing my content on a daily basis. I already know they exist. We don't care. Bring them up on the stream is strictly prohibited. Please understand that and don't do it. Okay? Fair enough. All right. Let's move on now to the third and final segment of pre-stream, the shout-outs, where I say thank you to everyone who's contributed, and we start updating the leaderboards, and we get a little bit of discussion in before we get to gameplay. Fair enough. We start off today with Ashen G Forever, who actually resubscribed to the channel yesterday during my day off. And he says, I think you are the best streamer out there, and you make good streams. Thank you very much, Ashen G Forever. That's an 8-month resub, by the way. So thank you for 8 months of support, Ashen G Forever.
I think you're the best streamer, Phil. An
important question from Mr. Papavera. He actually cheered this morning as the stream was going live. And he asks, I want to know, does someone out there have the world seed or have access to the world seed for Phil's Bedrock world in Minecraft? I know it's posted somewhere and tried searching around for it. If you have no idea what he's talking about, once a week I play Minecraft on the Xbox One. Well, we've been working on projects in this, but come to find out, Mr. Papavera is worried because what he's getting wind of is that apparently things in the Xbox One version of the game, which is called Bedrock, aren't the same as they are in the PC version of the game, which is called Java. And the problem is we may be working on some projects that aren't going to work properly because they work in one version and not the other. Okay? So last thing we want to do is waste our time building a giant thing, elaborate thing, and keep wasting time on it, and then it doesn't work. That would really stink. The good news is, all the projects we've been working on recently, I've learned stuff. Like, for example, the mob grinder we're working on, I've learned all kinds of elements about the game. Like, how to build these crazy elevators, how to tame animals properly and have them follow you around with leads and stuff. Like, it's not a waste of time. I've learned a tremendous amount about Minecraft just by doing that stuff. See?
Remember when he was like being a bitch about the mob grinder? Oh my god, this is so long. I don't want to do the mob grinder. Oh my god. But now he's like, oh man, I learned so much from the mob grinder, man. It's almost like doing complex projects helps you learn the game.
But admittedly, it would be disappointing if we continue to work on this thing and in the end it doesn't work. So Papavera is trying to get basically my world seed so that he can replicate the conditions of the Bedrock world, and he can mess around in it and see if what's going to happen. So if anyone has access to that, please by all means share it with them. I don't know how to get that access. I have no clue. I don't know if it was something
Why doesn't Papavera walk DSP through getting the world seed? I thought Mr. Papavera knows the game. Why doesn't he know? Why doesn't he tell DSP how to give him the world seed? DSP was able to give the world seed to some rando before, but Papavera, I don't know how to do it, man. Wow.
I did to share the seed or whatever. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Minecraft at that capacity. So please, by all means, if someone can help Papa Vera, please do. Okay?
Shouldn't
All
Papavera
right,
know
shout out
that,
to Pissing
though?
Demon, who resubscribed for 27 months. Thank you, Pissing Demon, for the very long-standing ongoing support. Bagel Goose gifted a sub to Iron Chives. Thank you very much, Bagel Goose, for the support. Iron Chives, congratulations. I hope you enjoy the resub. Thank you very much. Hermione, 9,000. Actually, it's Hermione, 6,900.
Oh my god.
Gifted a sub to Mark McCauley. What the hell? What a nice accent. So thank you, Hermione, for the support.
Clown
And
World.
congratulations, Mark McCauley. Chunky Jack 301 took me $1, wants me to unban him. Jeez, Chunky Jack, you really, I don't think you got the picture yet. I mean, I did unban you, and then you immediately broke the rules again and got banned again. So what's the difference this time? What confidence should I put in you that you've changed and you've grown and you've become a mature individual? That's the question here.
No, I like how he does this to Chunky Jack. And guess what? He got unbanned. Yeah, he got unbanned. Shocker! A guy who was perma-banned got unbanned.
Because as they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 17 times, I'm a buffoon. And I don't want to be a buffoon. You know?
I don't want to be a buffoon, but I will unban you, Chunky Jack. But I want more chances than anyone else. I can't get 10 chances. I got only 1 chance in this fucking chat, and I got banned. And I can never be unbanned. But Chunky Jack, who said stuff that's worse than what I said, gets unbanned multiple times. Okay.
Alright. How about this? I'm going to unban him. This is literally his last chance. At this point, I'm making it publicly known. If Chunky Jan, that's not his name. If Chunky Jack gets banned one more time, he's out of here for good. And he's already on thin ice. He's already on thin ice for everything he's done. So, this is the absolute final last chance. Okay?
That's
Fair
so
enough.
lame. He gives him a oh my god.
Okay, good. All right, continuing on. Hermione. I don't know why I say it like that. Hermione gifted a sub to Nabucco187. So congratulations, Nabucco187, on the gifted sub, and thank you, Hermione, for the support.
Yeah,
Shout
did
out
I
to
write it down?
007 Blaine, who tipped me
That-
$25.
That was really
Thank
bad.
you very much
Whoa,
for that.
Blaine! Hi, Blaine. How's it
007
going,
Blaine.
Blaine? Did you get your shirt?
Let me go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard. How you doing, Blaine? I hope you're doing well, man. Especially in all this chaos. You know, I hope that you're doing all right. I hope that, you know, my streams are entertaining you and you're taking your mind off of all the crap going on outside of them. And thanks for the support, man. It's good to see you. Thank you, Blaine. Very generous tip. Ponage101 tipped me $3.39. Thank you, Ponage, for the tip. Let me get that up, added to the leaderboard as well. Okay, and Ponage101 says the following. I'm glad that you play a variety of games. I went to a couple of streams on Twitch yesterday, 1 or 2 big-name guys, and I just don't find them appealing. Keep on doing what you're doing. Well,
What? I don't find these big guys that appealing, man.
here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I want to do
Let me
a
tell
variety of
you.
games because I feel, number one, that's in line with my liking of games. Like, I'm not a guy who only just likes one kind of game. I like fighting games. I like RPGs. I like shooters. I like adventure games. I like Battle Royale. I like a lot of stuff. And because of that, I like that I can express that interest in gaming with all of you on a daily basis. And every day you can come to my stream and I'm doing something different. I like that.
I like that.
I feel that gives me a wider fan base and a wider viewer base than if I was just one game, one style. Imagine if I only played fighting games and all I was doing right now was playing shitty Street Fighter V and now I'd be focusing in on Grand Blue, and that would be like all I put out at all, right? I'm sorry, I hate to say it. I think we have a hell of a lot more fun doing variety of stuff. So I love it. I love being a variety streamer. And you know, I'm not gonna shit talk anyone.
No, this is good. This is good. I am not going to shit talk anyone.
Because I don't even know in particular what streamers you're talking about, Ponage. I'll say this, especially in the last, several months when I'm with my wife, I've been watching game playthroughs with her. It's fun. Oh, by the way, we finished watching The Last of Us last night. That was one of the things we did because I couldn't go out and do much all day. We watched, a playthrough of The Last of Us the last few days. We finished it up yesterday.
Who is this Let's Player that he watched?
So now I'm 100%.
Now, why doesn't he watch his own content to catch up on The Last of Us? No, can't watch his own content. Has to watch someone else's content.
Line with the plot of The Last of Us for the sequel that's going to come out in a couple months. I got caught up, which is very great. Okay, I'm happy that we did that. But that basically being said, I've been watching other content creators, which people have told me to do for years. Guess what?
Guess what?
They don't do anything different than me. I watch their stuff. In a lot of cases, I'll be honest, I think they're boring.
I think they're boring.
I think that they do less than me. They do less commentary.
They do less than you? Really? Really? Really?
Their gameplay, quite frankly, in some cases, actually isn't as good as mine, which is hilarious. I was just watching someone play The Last...
Oh, I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to make fun of them, but their gameplay is worse than mine. I'm not being negative, but... Now, of course, they could say, well, Theo, that's not really negative. I mean, you could say people suck at games, whatever. But DSP made it a career. Made a career out of saying, people make fun of me, and they make fun of how I play my video games. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. All this. Complains about people saying that. But and says that that's negative and toxic and calls people mentally ill for doing that. Oh, but this other streamer, man, I'm not gonna be negative, but his gameplay sucks. Then why do you cry about people making fun of your gameplay, baby?
Of Us, and they were hilariously trying to use the bow in terrible situations where you should never use it, missing constantly. It was hilarious.
Hilarious. But I'm not negative. I want to be a positive person, but this guy is hilarious. He's failing, dude.
And I'm like, damn. People criticize me. People give me shit.
How do you know no one gives that guy shit though? Maybe that guy gets a lot of shit thrown at him, and he doesn't mention it because he wants to focus on making content.
For my streams and my content, there's other stuff that's way more popular.
No, he's basing this off of one person. One person. Okay. So let's move on. Look at this. Look at this. We're going. Look at this. Take a look at this.
I'm so excited for this. I was also gonna say. Thank you for the hand.
They have a green screen going on. They're eating on stream. They're playing Neo 2. They minimize the window so you get the full version. They have the chat on screen in a classic window. Like it's a aesthetic choice that they wanted. They do this.
Off the burrito. I mean, yeah. Right now, no better time to catch up on your backlog.
The second and the third one.
And they take Discord calls. And they took Discord calls while playing Neo 2.
Really buy into the world that the second and third ones had to build, and they are
100%. Brian, what a great way to put it.
And either you're in or you're out.
Yep, because the first one built a cool world that was very interesting, and then the second.
Let's move forward.
And that sucks because they locked you out in a shitty way, but then at the same time, like, I do remember that a lot of the shit that happened like that, like I've gotten locked out of accounts.
Now look at this. He has 2 people there. Well, 3 people if you count the Discord caller, but he's gamer mode Frank over here, and Brian is doing the commentary as well. But it's kind of like he also talks in the game as well. Like he has his moments, but this is less. And Frank also has his contributors up here. He has scrolling text for them as well. He has all this stuff going on up here. But yeah, he is not as good as DSP. He does less than DSP. DSP does
popular than mine.
Does major stuff.
Any better?
Is it any better?
Like, oh, you should improve and do this and that. Then I watch other people who are more popular than me, and I don't see any difference. You know, I'm like, I thought I was gonna learn. In reality, I think my stream was more entertaining.
But you're watching one person, and this is also kind of petty because this is kind of favoritism to himself. I think my stuff is better. I don't need to improve. Yeah, because this guy, his stuff sucks. But like that's like me saying like, oh, I don't need to improve my content at all because my content is better than DSP's content. There you go. I don't need to improve. Like, okay.
You know, I think it's the negative stigma associated with me because of my fucking trolls.
But you're like at one guy that you won't name. Why won't he name us the channel? Oh, because we'd attack him and troll him, right? Oh.
And more than anything else, that keeps people away. If people would actually come check out the streams and give it a chance, I think they'd enjoy these streams, you know? So.
How many times in his streams then being quiet until he needs to reach head? Oh, man. I don't remember the last time I've seen Frank do that. He does, like, reach head, he does interact, but he doesn't, like, sit there and like, what should I do, guys?
But Doom or Animal Crossing, but if this is up your alley, fuck yeah, but we're gonna keep playing it. Hey, if you can get the first one cheap, play the first one. It's fucking dope. Either way, that's my review. Neo's fucking dope. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit.
Ooh.
This is
I
fucking
got
dope.
Dark Souls first before I do anything, so.
There you
Hell
go.
Yeah.
Start with some.
Now how can Frank get calls during his streams? I thought that's impossible. Oh wait, the trolls, man. Why isn't Frank getting trolled, dude?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
You know, I agree with you there, opponent. I'm not saying anything negative.
Okay, I see.
Or whatever. I just don't think they do much different than me.
They don't do much different than me, dude.
They're so mainstream. That they're so watered down that they're not very entertaining to watch. While, you know, I've always been the same guy. I've always been putting out this entertaining content.
No, that's not true. That's
I've
not
been putting
true.
out this kind of
How's he
content
the same guy? He literally tells us how he's different from what he was when he started. How's he the same guy? I used to make like a lot of... Oh, you know, this is another point I forgot to mention. Let's go to my history. Okay, so he did this video, right? He did this video on Nintendo. DSP has told us, back in like 2014, the YouTube days and shit, I used to make videos for kids. I would make sexual jokes for kids, man. I was trying to be a children's entertainer back then. Now I'm way different. So him doing a whole video on Nintendo's business financial report was for kids. That's yeah. Kids would care about this. And the thing is that in this pre-stream he shits on Sony for having a GDC presentation that they streamed today. It's like, yeah, gamers don't care about specs on consoles, man. No one cares. They want to know the games and all this other stuff, man. But he did a video talking about Nintendo's business models and shit. And he's gonna tell us that oh my god.
Before most of them.
That's
so
amazing.
who did they watch to learn what they do, right? I'm just saying, I've been around for 11 years doing this, and just because negative shitheads gave me a bad name on the internet, I'm where I am, while all these other people somehow come to prominence and come up out of nowhere, doing nothing different from what I do, and they're all bigwigs while I'm...
How do you know that they do something, they don't do anything different, though? You watched one person. You're telling me that one person does everything you do? Get the fuck out of here.
Where I am, right? And by the way, again, this is not me complaining.
I'm not complaining. I'm not being negative. But this guy, he does stuff that's less than me. And why isn't he getting trolled? I'm getting trolled. That's pretty much what he's pretty much doing. You see what he did? He's pretty much complaining that this guy that does stuff worse than him isn't getting trolled. Maybe he isn't a negative person. This is an example as to why people troll this guy. This is fucking negative.
I'm happy where I am. I'm happy having the audience I have. I'm incredibly...
Are you happy? I don't know. This doesn't sound very happy.
All the shit that I get and all the negativity thrown my way, and then I watch other people, and like these people are no better than me. In fact, in a lot of cases, this stuff's worse than my stuff. Yet I'm the one who gets shit on constantly.
How is this stuff worse than yours? Does he go on stream shitting on other streamers? Did this guy go out of his way to say, well, other streamers do worse content than me, and get banned, War Dog Leader, for mentioning your dead brother? Like, do they do that? Do they also treat people like shit and all that kind of shit? Because He treats people like shit. That's why he gets trolled on so much. And he's wondering why people troll him. Get the fuck out of here with this.
I don't make good content. Get the fuck out of here.
No, you get the fuck out.
Let's continue.
Why am I toxic?
Bleach number 9.
Wow.
Give me $1. It says something about, I don't know who this is. It says, I was watching Anissa Jomha. You are, but thanks. You just say stupid shit, you're not coming back to the streams. But thanks for the $1 tip. Crap cock. No snort yang, like in the online play. Okay, is connection, but then when you actually join the match, there's no good connections. So,
is there anything else on this pre-stream?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Besides, I think the matchmaking, thank you, Crapcock, for the top tier. Underpowered due to Xbox Series X and no price reveal, not even showing any hardware games. After watching the PS5 reveal stream today, I fell asleep during it. It was boring. All they did is talk about specs.
Now, to a degree, I think Sony should have made it clear that their presentation was for GDC. I will agree with that. They should have made that clear.
Even though it's still underpowered due to Xbox Series X and no price reveal, not even showing any hardware games or controller. Yeah, so...
Have you considered adding mature, intelligent vest to your stream? No, I have the hat, man. See my hat? I have this. That's all I need. I also have a beanie. If you want me to wear the beanie, tip me $100. I'll put on the beanie.
So those who don't know, this morning, the PlayStation 5 had a presentation, digital presentation, and all it was literally talking about the specs of the console. And from what I'm to understand, I don't know because I'm not paying attention to this shit. Apparently the specs aren't as good as the Xbox Series X, but the one thing that's startling is they're saying that the games are going to be basically insanely fast loading. Like no more waiting around loading for games at all, due to a solid state drive and some kind of technology they've developed to make it like really good or something. From what I'm to understand, all right. But the reason apparently this presentation was so boring, this was supposed to be the presentation that Sony gave during the Game Developers Conference, which would have been going on now if it weren't for the coronavirus pandemic, and it got canceled. So this is the information they prepared. They wanted to tell to game devs. And they couldn't, so they put this out today. What they should have done, in my opinion, is as a prerequisite, said, all right, everyone, we're going to do a digital presentation, but understand this is mostly for game devs. It's just tech specs. It's not going to be super interesting to the basic consumer. And by the way, we're showing no gameplay, no anything. We're just talking numbers, period. So you probably aren't going to be interested unless you're a game dev looking at hardware specs. They didn't do that. They were like, oh, yeah, big PS5 presentation today, everyone. Check it out. Everyone checks it out like, wow, this is boring as dirt. You know, I made a tweet about it. I was like, wow, I'm really disappointed that Sony's using magical fairies.
Oh my god, so funny. He did a great comedy bit of that they're using fairies and not gnomes. Oh my god, so funny. So hilarious. DSP the funny man.
To power their PlayStation 5 instead of magical gnomes like the Xbox Series X. Everyone knows the magical gnomes are way more powerful, so this is a big disappointment. So that's obviously a parody tweet, but the point I'm getting at is the common person doesn't give
the fact that you have to explain the joke, it must not have been that funny.
Fuck or understand what the hell's inside of the console at all. We don't care. I don't care if it's fairies, gnomes, hamsters running in fucking wheels, or the highest level of technology possible.
Okay, this is silly coming from him. There's so many pre-streams where he's complaining about, oh, they talk about hardware and they can't deliver hardware, man. They can't do 4K, they can't do 1080p, they can't do 60 frames, blah, 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 man. But now he's saying that he doesn't care about the hardware and he cares about the games. Are you fucking for real? And we also watched the fucking Nintendo video where he complains about the Wii U not being up to snuff with the PS4 at the time. Get the fuck out of here, you don't care about the fucking hardware. Yeah, okay, and I don't care about the art style and sprite games.
All I care about is the games and the features of the console, none of which was explained today. So why did I need this information? The answer is I didn't need to know it at all. It could have literally been fairies inside of the PS5. I don't give a fuck, nor does it affect me. I want to know about the console itself, the benefits of it. So, to me, it's like, I didn't care about this presentation, and I think it was off base. They should have explained to everyone what it was.
Why is it off base? It was a presentation they were doing for GDC, and they honestly probably didn't care because they were just like, hey, this is a free stream, fuck it. If people don't like it, they don't like it.
They didn't, and now people are disappointed. That's what happens. Especially in the modern era where we're all stuck at home and we're craving information about positive stuff with new consoles, and this is what we get. We're like, what is this crap? Right?
Well, we're already going to be waiting until next year for the PS5 and Xbox One.
Game guy tipped me $1 and says that he's made a game in my honor. I'll be honest with all of you, I've not checked it out. I know nothing about it. So I'm not going to plug it until actually,
You just did,
someone I
though.
know gets a chance to check this out. But apparently this guy made a Flash game, I think it is. So I'll have to take a look at it at some point.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take it
Thank you for
out?
the dollar tip. I appreciate that. So that game, oh my God, thank you for the dollar tip. Let me add that to the total. Got distracted.
Yeah, not that hard since he jumped off the cliff.
Snow Carl Cheers is a cost-saving measure. Since you have to buy 2 games on Friday, have you considered skipping one of them and playing games you already have? There's 2 major new releases. I want to play both of them. People want to see me play both of them. I've been talking about playing both of them for weeks, or actually months.
You did that for Dragon Quest Builders 2 as well, DSP, and you decided to not buy the game day 1. So why can't you do the same here? Huh?
No, I want to buy them both. So that's why I'm trying to raise the funds to do so. If I can't afford them both, obviously I won't buy them both. But I need to try to raise the funds to buy them in the next 2 days. So that's what I'm going for. Alright? That's what people want. That's what I'm going for. Let's see what happens. Fair enough? Alright. Okay. Let's do some shout-outs, guys. To those who cheered this week. Thank you to everyone who cheered this week. But in particular, thanks to the top 10 cheerers. Rob, 8777, Snowcar. So thank you for the leaderboard. You were trying to learn. Hope your day goes well. They're boring people. They can't watch negative videos at all.
Wait, what?
An awesome last stream. I have no idea why there's so many negative videos on you.
Oh boy.
245. He
Oh
says,
boy.
it sucks. Grand Blues dropped. You were doing well. An awesome last stream. I have no idea why there's so many negative videos on you.
This guy is ridiculous. Oh, here it is. Hey Phil, it sucks. Grand Blue is dropped. Is dropped. You well doing awesome last stream. Also, I have no idea why there was so many negative videos on you about it when you were trying it to learn. Hope. Oh wow. HTTPS learn.hope. Your day goes well.
About it when you were trying to learn. Hope your day goes well. Oh, I don't know. I don't watch negative videos at all. I'll tell you why they exist, because again, I've already explained it on this stream. There is a large group of people on the internet who are complete shitheads. They're boring people. They can't put out positive content that anyone would watch.
I'm boring, guys. Sorry, I'm sorry I bore you with my negative content. I'll do positive content next time, I promise.
They've done is they have pigeonholed this group of people, thousands of people who
I pigeonholed you guys now. Haha. You fell for my pigeonhole trap. Now you love negative stuff. Welcome to the toxic boat.
only like negative shit. They like
What?
toxic.
No, again, like pigeonholed. Like, what does that mean? Like, that people are pigeonholed to liking certain content? How does that work? Usually, people say people are pigeonholed when, like, oh, this, like, Cliffy B, for example, was afraid that he was going to get pigeonholed into making Gears of War for all of his career, so he left and did bad ventures, pretty much. But he didn't want to be pigeonholed into making Gears of War. You can't pigeonhole a group of people because they're not cheap.
Insulting drama garbage content on the internet. This is all they do. This is what they focus on. For some reason, they focused in on me as a content creator. So no matter what I do, they make fun of it and say it's bad. So you're right. I did basically 3 streams with Beelzebub. The first stream, I went...
No, wait. But why is he talking about Grand Blue? No one, whatever, fuck it. His chat was being more negative about the game than we were, to be honest.
Arcade mode, I went into his training mode, his trials.
And the only reason why, like, we were being negative about Grand Blue about it was because he told us many years he doesn't like anime fighters. I don't like anime fighters. A super twink fighter. I don't want to play fucking Flash Blue or Guilty Gear. It's anime, man. Ugh. But now he's gonna play Grand Blue. Get the fuck out of here.
I did 1 match of online play to learn his basics. The second stream, I did 2 hours of online play. I was trying to learn the game. I was raging a lot because I didn't understand the game mechanics, and I didn't do so well. Last stream, which was this last weekend, again, 2 hours of online play. I got significantly better. I listened to your feedback. A lot of people contacted me with information about how to get better at the game. I implemented it in my game plan, and guess what? I won the vast majority of my
No, when
matches.
I was watching the stream when he was implementing other people's tips, he was shitting on them when it didn't work. When he was trying to do a Dragon Punch that didn't work. Oh my god, you were lying to me about the Dragon Punch, man. It doesn't work at all. He was like shitting on his chat for helping him, pretty much. But we're the negative ones, guys. Not him. He was just telling people what was going on. They lied to him. And if they don't see it that way, then they need to wake up. He was stating an observation. They were clearly lying to him. Get the fuck out of here.
And did great. So if you actually look at it, and you look at it with an objective eye, you'd say, wow, that's exactly the stages of game development, of developing a game plan in a fighting game. That's what you should do.
Yeah, when I play a game, I sit there and like, I should ask my stream chat how to play Neo 2, man.
First you learn the basics offline, then you go online, you play some people, then you get better at it, and then next thing you know, you're doing well. That's exactly what happened.
No, that's not what happened. You told us that's not how it happened, though. You told us that you listened to people's tips to get better. You didn't learn on your own. This is bullshit. He's lying.
What criticism can you throw towards that and say that, oh, he did it wrong? You can't. Anyone who's into fighting games knows.
You didn't learn on your own,
That's
though.
How you do it.
You asked people
That's
for
how I did
help.
it, and it worked out well. But these shitheads will just say shit to be inflammatory because this is how they get popular. When I insult Phil, I get views, I get clickbait. I don't get
views.
They're toxic, disgusting fucking people.
I'm not rolling in money.
They've ever done probably in their lives has added positive value to anyone.
I don't add positive. Okay. You know what? Hold up. I don't do positive stuff in my life. You're gonna tell that to me, piece of shit? Tell me I'm not positive, you fucker? You crossed the fucking line, man. Tell me I don't do anything positive. I don't contribute anything positively. Look at this. This isn't positive. I'm not contributing any positivity to Cleo's life. Look how positive this is. Very positive. She's happy. She got a carrot. She gets to munch. I don't contribute anything positive in my life. Get the fuck out of here. This isn't positive. Okay. Yeah, this isn't positive, guys. Yeah, I'm feeding a life. I'm giving her food. And I'm giving her actual food too. Bullshit. Tell me I don't contribute positively. Fuck you, Phil. I like this part of the song. I don't contribute anything positive. I don't contribute anything positive. I don't contribute anything positive. How dare you? How dare you?
All it is disgusting, negative, toxic crap that they don't deserve to even be able to do. But hey, that's a society we live in, right? That's the internet. So
that's the internet.
I can't stop it, but you're right. It's completely unfair what these people do. They're idiots. They're shitheads. That's all you got. That's the only way you got to approach it. Okay? Okay? Alfred Aponte, Timmy $3, said, Phil, how's your day? They suspended my practical classes in the hospital. I was going to graduate this year. That really sucks, Alfred. You know, a lot of people's lives are going to be on hold right now because of this pandemic, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right? I'm sorry to hear that. I certainly hope that, things do get back on track for you eventually.
No, I like how when Derek mentioned that about the whole coronavirus thing, DSP chuckled at it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to go back to school, Derek. But this guy, oh man, I'm so sorry you can't go back to school, man. Oh man, so bad. This guy's so trash.
It is what it is.
He loves that Derek's
misfortune,
misfortune, but
support. I appreciate that.
It's like this to Alfred Aponte.
Alrighty. My nose is itching. Okay. Continuing on, man. Cousin Sven cheered And now he's making fun of me for saying that getting up at 8 a.m. is early. Dude. 8 a.m. Think about this. I had to get up probably around, I think it was around 7 to get to the grocery store at 8 a.m. on my fucking day off from streaming. My day off when I'm supposed to be able to relax.
Now this is what I mean. So if getting up at 7 is early on his day off and he's supposed to relax and shit, so what time does he wake up normally on his day off? Because if he wakes up early for work, right? Uh, then what's sleeping in? 1 p.m.
I had to get up early.
And honestly, I kind of like waking up early. Honestly, you know what I mean?
To do stuff.
But
That
whatever.
was the point I was making. If you don't understand that, well, you're an asshole.
You're an
I don't
asshole.
know what else to tell you.
Cousin Sven, you're an asshole, dude.
All right. So thank you guys for being patient. It is now time for me to take a very brief break and use the...
Okay. Well, that's it for me. That's it for my streams. Yeah, I'm done streaming forever, guys. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my stream. Hope you had fun. We learned nothing today, unfortunately. Except I did good art. I will say, okay, guys. I want honesty. What piece do you like the most? Do you like Josar saying DSP is an idiot? Okay, actually, let's put this on the big screen. Then we'll end it on the bun. But do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like my OC just chilling? Or maybe you're into the spicy stuff. Shh, don't worry, don't tell anyone. Do you like this? Whoa. Whoa. No, that's supposed to. Or do you like that, man? What do you like, man? Oh, man. So spicy, dude. Or, this other sketch you never saw before. Do you like... Yeah, I don't... Do you like this Joseph Joestar? I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But, not spicy enough. I dig her things, though. Yeah, because she's a vampire. She's from Castlevania. Watch Castlevania, Lynn. It's a good show. Third season's pretty good. Pretty good shit, brother. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. I had fun. It was a great stream. It was fun, relaxing, chill, all that shit. But now, we will say goodbye. And, hope you guys have a good one. See you when I see ya. And, that's it. See ya when I see ya. See you next time, guys. Thanks for coming, by the way. Thanks, Lynn, Negative Enigma, Mabel, and 1337 that was here early, that dipped out for a bit, etc., etc. Hope you guys had fun with this stream. See ya next time.